Hello everyone. So I am just sending mails to some other people who are left out. So just उसका wait कर लेते हैं. We'll okay. Darshan has joined. ठीक है. Hello Darshan. Just a minute.
Yeah, hi Yuganta.
Hi. Yes, hi Darshan. So many of you would be knowing Darshan from his groups, and he has been doing such great of a social service. Who last attempt say he has created these WhatsApp groups where he is sourcing so many vacancies and he is sharing with all of you. And Abhi, how many groups are there in total?
Right now there are 21 groups.
21 groups and 21 groups kaise hua, that also understand. 21 groups is because the remaining groups they keep getting filled, so you can understand the number of people who are associated with him. And in general jo problem face hoti hai, which is ki how do we actually search for vacancies, and jahan pe bhi jao dhoondne, whether it is Naukri, LinkedIn, jahan pe bhi jao, you get so many mixed kind of vacancies. And he is a person who has actually searched for so many vacancies and usne dala hua hai. So so this entire session is for this only, that ठीक है, your WhatsApp groups are there, वहाँ पे vacancy मिल जाएगी. But let's say vacancy ढूंढना है, how do you search for vacancies, क्या process रहता है, that entire thing. And his professional background also I'll introduce him that way. So right now he's working with L&T, so थोड़ा बहुत he'll be able to guide you also on L&T. But the main focus of this session will be how to get off-campus vacancies. And इस बार because companies भी थोड़ी कम आई है compared to last time in campus, so that will be quite a useful session.
Yeah. So hi everyone. As Yuganta has already told a lot about me. So Yuganta, am I audible properly?
You are audible.
Yeah. So yeah, as Yuganta has told, many of you know me. We have some groups over WhatsApp named as CA Jobs, and right now we have 21 groups. And what we used to do is we used to share off-campus vacancies for freshers as well as experienced candidates. And right now we have 4 groups for May 23 qualified freshers as well, right? Where we used to share specifically vacancies for freshers, right? So as Yuganta has already told that companies काफी कम आई है इस बार campus में. Slightly, I guess 116 companies come आई है as compared to previous campus session. So it is very important for all of you कि साथ में off campus vacancies भी parallelly search करते रहो, because companies कम हुई है पर number of chartered accountants I guess पिछली बार से 600 chartered accountants ज़्यादा बने इस बार. So what you all have to do is, first of all, create your LinkedIn profile very well, your Naukri.com profile, your Indeed profile, other portals like IIM Jobs, HR Lab, also vacancies are available. And also there are certain private placement program like some fast careers of Jain, and one is of I guess D2P, Deepak Mulchandani sir, the Telegram channel where he also used to place vacancies of Big Four mainly and some specific. And you can also connect with us, either me or Yuganta. If you are not getting placed in the campus, we will help you through our network. As Yuganta also has a very good network in the industry as and Big Four. So we will also try to place you. So our main session is how to search off-campus vacancies and how you will going to apply through it. So first, what I will go is, first of all, the primary source where I gather the vacancies is LinkedIn, right? So first of all, LinkedIn, what I think is LinkedIn, the primary, there are 3 sources. First of all, what you can do is the job tab, where you can search job for chartered accountant. Experience level में आप filter डाल सकते हो, your location आप specify कर सकते हो, आप company भी specify कर सकते हो अगर आपकी desired company उसमें है तो, right? So mainly so first of all what I will do is जो आपका job का tab है, you can go to that job tab and start searching for your preferred location for CA and for experience level which is 0 to 1, right? In this you will got many jobs. You can filter which was posted in previous 1 week right? The frequency should be 1 week. So all the jobs which is posted in the last 1 week, you can easily get to the jobs. And mostly what they do is they will send you to the company link, or there is an option of easy apply, so you can directly apply to the LinkedIn also if you have completed your profile on LinkedIn. Second is what you can do is LinkedIn. You can connect with the companies, person who are working with that companies. For example, right now I'm working with L&T, L&T. So you can connect with me that if there is any job opportunity available in L&T, so I will refer you if you send your CV to me. So that how the second phase work, that you can directly DM, first of all, send a connection request with a message that why you are connecting with the people, and tell them to if there is any vacancy in their company, and can they refer you. In this one, what I suggest is it is better to connect with someone who is at manager level or at a higher than manager level, because their referral will be more powerful as compared to someone who is just a fresher. So actually what will happen now, if I talk about big four, so in Big Four, what happened? There are many people in the previous session or in the previous attempt also who got placed in Big Fours. So if you told them to refer you, they will definitely refer you, right? But at the end, what happened is there are too many referral in the Big Four also. That but to be honest, the demand for Big Four is very high, but the supply in the Big Four, the vacancies in the Big Four is again at a lower side. So they will also get a lot of referral, right? But if you give someone a referral from a manager side or a director or a partner reference, then their reference can be easily identified, and they can, and whenever they will take a follow up from the HR person, now HR person can't ignore them. HR person say that it is a director or it is a partner level person, so they have to work on that referral, right? One thing what you are all guys can also do is, this is the connection, and also you can connect with the HR of the company. Generally, what happens, some HR don't reply, to be honest, but you can connect with the HR of the companies also. They can directly refer your CV and directly schedule your interview if some vacancies are available. So second point is with the connection with the people on LinkedIn. And third, what I suggest is if you are unable to connect with the people, third is just a search type of mechanism. You can use the hashtags, which generally people who posted the job vacancy or referral vacancies use, like for CA May 23, CA freshers, CA jobs. Like whenever you use such types of hashtags in the search bar of LinkedIn, LinkedIn will shortlist the post for you, which has uses such types of hashtags, and you can easily get to the number of vacancies which is posted through that hashtags. So again, the third type of option is the hashtag you can use on the LinkedIn. So before how to apply. Okay, we will entertain the question after a short period of time. Means after a written. So like so LinkedIn, what if I got in the brief में एक बार बता देता हूँ LinkedIn के लिए. First of all, डायरेक्टली जो जॉब टैब आपको जो मिलता है, जॉब टैब में जाके आप सर्च कर सकते हो by filtering your preferred locations and your experience to 0 to 1 years and the company also, right? And second, what you can do is, second, you can connect with the people or HR of the company. It is preferable to connect with the manager level or some higher level also person in the companies, so that your referral will be more powerful as compared to other people referral. And third is you can use hashtags in the search bar of the LinkedIn, so that you can easily got all the jobs or all the posts which is related to the jobs, and the person who has used the hashtags related to that. Right. And again, there is another website from which I also got course during when I cleared the CA exam. So which is Naukri.com. Naukri.com is also going to be a very good website for you if you are a CA fresher and looking for off-campus opportunities. So on Naukri.com, it is very easy. You just have to create your profile like LinkedIn, right? You have to just upload your CV and create your profile, your expected CTC, whatever it is, and just scroll the vacancies for CA freshers. Naukri.com has a right. And one more thing you can do on LinkedIn is what you can turn on the notification icon. So whenever the job related to your search is appear, na, LinkedIn send you notification on your email ID as well. So whenever the job comes, you can easily get on the email कि हाँ हाँ ये jobs open हुई है और आप इसके through apply कर सकते हो easily. So LinkedIn पे notification icon पे आप आपकी preferred location का कर सकते हो, right? And the second what I'm telling about is Naukri.com. So Naukri.com is again a good website whether you can apply through it, right? So Naukri.com is similar to LinkedIn, not that much similar, but it is somehow similar to LinkedIn when we go about the job searches. You just have to create your profile on the Naukri.com and you can scroll down the profile at your preferred location. As the filter you put in the LinkedIn, you can also put in the Naukri.com and you can search for the your preferred job profiles. And there are some other portals or apps whether some people will know about, don't know about. One is IIM Jobs करके कुछ है, IIM Jobs I guess. Second is HR Lab करके भी they also have very good vacancies for CAs. And third one is Indeed. Indeed is also very
And
good
एक
at.
Phenom भी है, right? Phenom placement.
Right. Right. These are 3 or 4 which you can also use for your off-campus vacancy searching. See, first of all, you have to search. What I can do is, what I will provide is now. To be honest, what I will say, the demand for the CA is very huge. If it, even in the campus, कुछ कम company आई है, it doesn't matter, but the demand for the CA, if you look in the industry or India wide, is very big, right? So what you guys can do is you have to search by yourself. What I share is only around 2 to 5% of the total number of vacancies. Even I said 2%, I guess mostly. So what you have to do is you have to search by yourself that what the vacancy which is preferred, right? What I share is only about 1 or 2% of the total vacancies which are open for the CA, right? So off-campus vacancies are very much vacancies, means बहुत vacancies off campus अगर आप search करो तो. So what the second perspective what I tell is about यहाँ पे अपनी apps और websites की बात, apps की बात जो private थोड़े. अब मैं आपको 2-3 private placement की बात बताता हूँ. जैसे एक तो D2P का है. D2P मीन्स दीपक मूलचंदानी सर का टेलीग्राम चैनल है. उनके थ्रू भी कॉल्स आते हैं, वो गूगल फॉर्म की लिंक भेजते हैं. उनके टाई अप थे बिग 4 और बिग 6 के साथ में. तो दीपक मूलचंदानी सर का टेलीग्राम चैनल है. आप D2P सर्च करोगे टेलीग्राम पे तो आपको इजीली मिल जाएगा. Where you can also apply for off campus, and another is fast career का सार्थक जैन सर का भी काफी अच्छा है. So you can also apply to that. So this
And
I
fast career
usually
में the quality of vacancies are also very good. वहाँ पे you have these vacancies जिसका 22 lakh, 25 lakh, those kind of packages are there.
Right. Even I guess right now there is a vacancy in Sarthak Jain sir fast career, which is around 20.5 offering to CA, which I guess off campus, which is very much higher as compared to this. Off campus अभी कोई इतना दे नहीं रहा है 20.5.
And वो देख के समझ में आ जाता है कि वो किसका है. They are not allowed to name the company, but वहाँ पे लिखा है largest mining group, तो आपको पता है वेदांता है. So that way you can understand कि कौन से कंपनी का हो रहा है.
Right. Right. So and third thing what I want to tell about is if you want to go in the big 4 and you don't have anyone to refer you, you have a message director कि वो आपको refer करे, HR को message करे, but they are not replying. So what you can do is you can directly go on their career pages site, search for the job. Deloitte, every big 4 and I guess every big 10 firms has their career pages. So go to, if you search career page Deloitte India, so the first link which will you open is the career page of Deloitte. You can easily put the CA in the search bar and the preferred location. There are 2 main filter I guess. And when you search about it now, so they will give you the list of open vacancies which they have, right? So you can also directly apply to their portal if you want to apply off campus and not getting any reference, right? For Deloitte also, for KPMG also, for PwC also, for GT also, every big 4 has their career pages. Even what I want to tell that if you want to go in industry also, then industry, if you want to go in BCG or if you want to go in ITC, so these companies also have their career pages and definitely they have opening for chartered as well. So you can also search similarly to their career pages, right? कि आप उनके career pages के through भी देख सकते हो कि कहाँ vacancies open हुई हैं. And they also have a notification icon that if you subscribe to their job openings, they will send you the respective job openings which you have subscribed for it. So that can also be a good source for searching jobs for you, right? You can also get to the jobs for their career pages as well, right? So what I guess is mostly there are 3 sources. First of all, the apps like LinkedIn, Naukri.com, Indeed. Second is the private placement portal. Third is the direct website of the companies to which the companies can hire. Fourth is there are some WhatsApp groups like first I have, and there are other groups as well. I will don't say they will also share the vacancies. You can try to join them also. So they will what they will do is आपका थोड़ा काम कम हो जाएगा. They will directly share the vacancies with you if you feel that हाँ ये आपसे suitable है. So it will be good for you. Fifth, what I want to tell about you is some recruiters. Right? What companies do is companies hire some recruiter, and recruiter will search for the companies. Right? So when the recruiter search for the companies, you can directly search in the LinkedIn the recruiting firms and the openings in the recruiting firms which they have. You can directly connect with the recruiters as well. Is there any opening in your firms for regarding? Is there an opening in your company for, or are you hiring for CAs for any companies? Like so, they will also get referred you easily. And recruiters का through reference भी काफी अच्छा रहता है. Like GT used to hire through recruiters as well. So GT का एक recruiter का नंबर मेरे पहचान का है जी recruiter. So she used to get hired also, right? So recruiters के through भी आप referencing मतलब recruiters के through भी आप job साथ में देख सकते हो off campus, and recruiters के through job, to be honest what I said is जो अच्छे अच्छे recruiter रहते हैं उनकी job जल्दी fill होती है. Mostly recruiters जो रहते हैं वो mid size firm के लिए करते हैं, और mid size firm don't give that much CTC, give around 8 to 10 lakhs. So whenever you are searching jobs, off campus jobs through a recruiter, unless and until your final goal is that you want to go in a mid-sized firm, you should avoid such types of recruiter who are hiring for mid-sized firm, because they will try to convince you कि आप mid-sized firm में आ जाओ, बहुत benefits है. But at the end you will get lower CTC there, right? And what I guess is, okay, the work is equally very important, but CTC is also equally very important. When you get to know कि आपके साथ वाला 11 लाख या 12 लाख कमा रहा है और आपको mid-sized firm में 8 लाख ही मिल रहे हैं, so it will get affected, right? And after 6 months you will try कि अब मैं switch करती हूँ, मुझे mid size firm में हो गया but मुझे CT से अच्छा नहीं मिल रहा, then it will be difficult after 6 months कि आप सोचो मैं mid size firm से वापस कहीं और try करती हूँ, right? आपको इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चन के जवाब देना पड़ेंगे, आप इतनी जल्दी switch कर ले and all, right? So mid size firm का आप अगर आपका unless and until आपका goal वो नहीं है primary, तो आप उसको back end पे रखो, right? So these are the mainly 4 or 5 sources from which I used to search jobs and share it on the groups. And what happens with me is, first of all, I created my first group on 11th of January, 11th of Jan 2023. My result came on 10th of Jan 2023. After 1 day of my result, I created first group. धीमे धीमे grow हुआ network, and I got connected with the recruiters as well. I used to share their vacancies on my groups, and now they are my friends like this. So you can also share the CV with me if there is opening with some of my recruiters. So I will also try to get your CV to please, right? So what I guess is mostly what I know about the off-campus vacancies I told you, and there mostly the Telegram groups and WhatsApp groups are very much helpful if you don't want to search at all. अगर आप नहीं चाहते कि मैं इतना search करूँ, right? But what I prefer is LinkedIn and Naukri.com will be very much beneficial for you. Try to scroll LinkedIn or Naukri.com around 20-25 minutes per day, like you used to scroll Instagram. Because nowadays, if you जितना आप scroll करोगे उतनी आपको अच्छी vacancies मिलेगी, right? For a fresher to be placed in his dream company with his dream profile is very much important. अगर आपको वो दोनों मिल जाता है तो फिर आप सोचते हो कि बस मेरा काम हो गया, right? So this is, तो आप सर्च करते रहो ऑफ कैंपस वैकेंसीज, स्टे कनेक्टेड ऑल्सो, तो हम भी आपके साथ वैकेंसी शेयर करते रहेंगे जो हमें मिलेगी.
एंड एक और इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट होता है दैट बिकॉज व्हाई ही इज सेइंग आपको बार बार करना है, बिकॉज रोज वैकेंसी आती है, राइट? तो आपको सपोज व्हेन रोज वैकेंसी आ रही है एंड जनरली पीपल वांट कि जो सबसे पहले अप्लाई करते हैं उसका सीवी सबसे पहले एक बार देख लिया जाता है. सो आपका सीवी एकदम रेडी होना चाहिए एंड यू विल बी एबल टू इमीडिएटली गेट इट.
एग्जैक्टली. तो डेली वैकेंसी आती है, जैसे युगांतर ने बोला, डेली कंपनीज अपनी वैकेंसी अपडेट करती जाती है. तो इट इज बेटर आप एक बार सुबह देखो, एक बार शाम को देखो, आपका सीवी आप प्रॉपर्ली अपलोड ही रखो linkedin.com पे. समटाइम इजी अप्लाई का ऑप्शन आता है तो आप फटाफट अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. एज युगांतर सेड, जो सीवी सबसे पहले आता है, फीफो भी ऑन, जो सबसे पहले आएगा उसको सबसे पहले देखा जाएगा. एंड इवन होता क्या है, जब कोई जॉब पोस्ट होती है तो विद इन उसके 1 आवर में उसको उनको इतने ज्यादा रिप्लाई नहीं आते, बिकॉज 1 आवर तक वो जॉब वायरल नहीं. So if you apply for the job in the 1 hour of getting it posted, सो इट इज डेफिनेटली मच हायर चांसेस कि आपका सीवी बहुत जल्दी देखा जाएगा, और अगर आपका सीवी उनकी एक्सपेक्टेशन से मीट होगा तो आपको कॉल भी बहुत जल्दी आएगा, राइट।
तो एक यार कॉमन डाउट है, एंड ये बहुत टाइम से चल रहा है, ये हर अटेम्प्ट होता है, हर अटेम्प्ट में चलेगा कि अटेम्प्ट ज्यादा है, तो अटेम्प्ट ज्यादा होने पे क्या करना चाहिए?
राइट, सो टू बी ऑनेस्ट इट इज हार्श, मतलब इट्स सैड बट इट्स ओके कि हाँ कैंपस में अटेम्प्ट के बेसिस पे क्राइटेरिया सेट किया जाता है, बट इट्स ओके। कैंपस में किया जाता है ना, ऑफ कैंपस यू कैन सर्च वेरी वेल। ऑफ कैंपस मैंने जितने भी देखे नहीं होता है अटेम्प्ट के बेसिस पे। दे विल आस्क कि हाँ अटेम्प्ट कितना है, बट इफ यू आर वेरी मच कॉन्फिडेंट, योर सीवी इज वेरी मच प्रिपेयर्ड, यू आर एबल टू जस्टिफाई देम कि आपने क्या क्या काम करा है आपकी आर्टिकलशिप में, आपका आर्टिकलशिप एक्सपोजर वेरी गुड है, एंड यू आर गेटिंग देम कन्विंस, वो हो जाती है इसकी। बट द टू थिंग व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बी कॉन्फिडेंट व्हेनेवर समवन कॉल्स कम, ओके। एंड सेकेंड थिंग, आपका सीवी आपको एकदम शॉर्ट में प्रिपेयर करना है, राइट। एकदम शॉर्ट में इस लाइक एकदम ब्रीफ में, कि किसी का भी कॉल आए तो आप उसको एकदम ब्रीफ में आपके सीवी के पूरे क्रक्स बता सकते, राइट। दिस हैपेंस विद मी आल्सो, किसी का भी कॉल आता था, द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन विल बी, ठीक है आप कब बने, आपके कितने मार्क्स थे, कितने अटेम्प्ट थे, ठीक है। अटेम्प्ट पे वो फोन नहीं रखते कभी भी, आप उनको बोलोगे ना कि मेरे 4 अटेम्प्ट या 5 अटेम्प्ट थे, दे विल से ओके, राइट। उनके माइंड में ये डाउट जरूर आएगा कि इसके 4 या 5 अटेम्प्ट, बट दे विल अगेन गिव यू अ चांस कि आपने आर्टिकलशिप में क्या क्या करा है, राइट। ये आपकी बकेट में बोल रहा है कि आपने आर्टिकलशिप में क्या क्या करा, राइट। आपके सीवी में जो जो क्रक्स है वो सब उनको कन्विंस करने में लगा दो कि मैंने आर्टिकलशिप में ये करा है। तो अगर आप उनको कन्विंस अच्छे से कर दोगे कि आपने आर्टिकलशिप में ये करा है और आपके पास इतना एक्सपोजर है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली दे विल से कि हाँ यार इसके पास नॉलेज है, इवन किसके पास 3 या 4 अटेम्प्ट या 5 अटेम्प्ट है, मुझे इसको एक चांस देना चाहिए इंटरव्यू। इंटरव्यू का चांस अगर आपके पास आ गया, बस देन तो अब आपके हाथ में है पूरा। इंटरव्यू का चांस आपके पास आ गया, देना आपसे वो नहीं, वापस इंटरव्यू में इस बात पे कंसीडर नहीं करा जाएगा कि आपके अटेम्प्ट ज्यादा है, राइट। अगर आपको इंटरव्यू का चांस आया तो इट विल टोटली डिपेंड ऑन योर इंटरव्यू कि आप उनके क्वेश्चंस के आंसर कैसे देते हो और कितने अच्छे से कन्विंस करते हो, राइट। सो व्हाट आई थिंक इज मोस्टली आपके अपने सीवी को इतने अच्छे से तरीके से ब्रीफ कर लो, उसके क्लक्स तैयार कर लो कि आप 2 मिनट में सामने वाले को या एचआर हो या कोई भी हो, आप उनको कन्विंस कर सको कि मैंने आर्टिकलशिप में ये करा है, और वो आपका इंटरव्यू लिए बिना आपको मना करेगी। इंटरव्यू आपके पास आया, देन यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द इंटरव्यू। इवन आपका फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट है, आपका फोर्थ अटेम्प्ट इंटरव्यू पे, तो आपको प्रिपेयर करना है।
I mean, and interview is like, interview is the test की मतलब आपको वहां पे तो you are equal, because once you get the interview, let's say there are 10 people who have got the interview, हो सकता है for those selecting those 10 people who have got the interview वहां पे attempt करेगा। Once you are selected for the interview, उसके बाद everyone is equal, and it completely depends on how you are able to perform in the interview.
Exactly. So if you are thinking कि मेरा attempt ज्यादा है, तो definitely what happen in campus there is a shortlisting criteria in campus, right? They will filter many fields कि आपके CA final में marks कितने, आपके CA final में attempt कितने, आपका articleship exposure में आपने क्या क्या करा। There are many criteria for the companies on which they filter you, right? Attempt is definitely a criteria, वहाँ पे आप थोड़े पीछे हो सकते हो, it's sad but it's real कि आप थोड़े पीछे हो सकते हो, but in off campus definitely they will call you, and definitely they will ask from the fresher which is your attempt, right? But मैंने आज तक जितना भी देखा और मैंने जितनों से भी सुना, ऐसा कोई नहीं बोलता है कि ठीक है अगर आपके 3 या 4 अटेम्प्ट है तो वो 3 या 4 अटेम्प्ट उनके फोन कट कर देंगे। दे विल आस्क यू कि आपने आर्टिकलशिप में क्या करा। जब बॉल आपके बकेट में आई तो आप पूरा उनको कन्विंस करने का ट्राई करो, इंटरव्यू में जाओ, तो इंटरव्यू में यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर, इट विल गो लाइक दिस।
Right, right. So in fact, for CV preparation especially, and because this CV preparation is a very important part, and your entire experience has to be written there. So we are also conducting a lot of courses where you will be given very, very, specialized guidance for CAs, right? So all those links also I'll be sharing. And we are also having a question bank. So we are having a very, very detailed question bank, which I have prepared after asking all the CAs, like more than 1,000 CAs, on what questions they were asked, and then we have prepared the answers for all of them and the detailed answers, and you will be able to get all those things, which I'll be sharing on your email too, right? So now regarding this attempts thing, so on this attempt thing also, you have to count it properly. What I've seen is that many times people don't count it properly, they overcount their attempt. There was a person who was saying that because I have done, let's say, my group 1 in first attempt in May, and then I've done my group 2 in again in first attempt in November. So should I count that as 2 attempts? No. So you should always try to take an interpretation where the attempt is minimized. And I've seen a lot of people, getting calls or getting shortlist from places which they sometimes were having difficulty getting. So attempts properly, you have to count them. And then, as he said, that supposing the HR, so you understand how this works. First is that when you're having a discussion with the HR, usually it's not the interviewer who is the person who's calling you straight away, but it is the HR, and that HR only has a limited set of knowledge about what your core field is, what your domain expertise is, all those things. So for them, those few criteria are given, and if you are able to tell them that you have this kind of experience, and you are able to tell them that you have this kind of, you are going to bring that value, so then they will be convinced and they will be able to shortlist you, right? Okay. Right. So Darshan, now let's say that someone is saying, I'll just take a quick look at the doubts that
how to gain exposure on practical internal target interview. Okay. So we can go one by one. I'm just starting.
So people are asking for your email. So should we give out your email, or should we create a common email? I think we can discuss this.
We can discuss it. We will share,
because otherwise the email will be filled, and then you might miss other important mails. So that is the what we'll do is we will create a joint email where we and let's say other people who are in our field, they have access, and then wherever possible, whether it is Darshan, whether it is me, we will refer that CV to our contacts, and we will also be sharing you a list of referrals. So we have at least you can say 30 referrals in all the big 6, and around 15 to 20 referrals, and these people are they are willing to refer you. That is why they have agreed to get their name included, right? So it is not like if you go to them, they will ignore you when you ask for this referral, right? I will just share the link of the question. In fact, I will just show you the question bank, right? So I will just show you how it is structured.
And also I have shared the group of our link. If someone of you is not in our group CA jobs, so you can join through the link.
I hope you can see the screen now. So I will just show you the kind of questions that are there, and these are these are not the normal kind of questions which you will get as part of which people have copied from somewhere, because usually what happens is that whenever people are preparing question banks, they are not putting the level of effort which we have put into preparing this. So you can see this kind of a question, right? What is the risk-free rate, and how will you calculate it for Afghanistan? Because now Afghanistan, it is a country which is, everything is risky about that country. And this is the real question. It was asked at ITC, it was asked at Nestle, it was asked at Wipro, Marico, and all kinds of investment banks asked this question. So we have actually divided this into many segments. So you have HR questions, all the HR questions you'll get it here, including tell me something about yourself, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, all those you will get the detailed answers. For a CA, specifically, how do you do it? Then you have stat audit, internal audit, all the other sections are there. And you have questions on Ind AS, because Ind AS mein abhi jo kind of questions they are asking highly conceptual questions of Ind AS 115, 116. And these questions, again, you will find it everywhere, that similar kind of questions are being asked. So all those questions also we have included them, right? So now I'll just tell you on what is the, and how we are actually structuring this. Okay, so now this is because I have not logged in, it is showing me the screen, right? So here you have this question bank, which you can buy it, and you can use either my code or you can use Darshan's code, right? We'll just share it, and that will give you a 35% discount, and that thing is applicable on everything, right? So all the courses that we have, you have a flat 35% off, right? So there is this question bank, right? Then there is this important corporate finance and valuation class. So I'll tell you why this is important, because recently I was asking a lot of CAs, we were having some sessions, and they were asked questions like, I'll give you an example. Question like, supposing you are getting an MPV of 1 crore on a 100 crore project, right? And you are getting bank interest of 5 crore. And this is the kind of question you will be asked in a real interview. It has been asked in so many real interviews. And corporate finance is a subject जहाँ पे इतने questions आते हैं, and the level of conceptual clarity is lacking. So this entire thing has been made where you can actually understand in detail every question that is there for corporate finance and get your, the detailed knowledge. And this is especially useful if you are getting shortlist from, say, ITC, Vedanta, Wipro, all these companies. And if you are getting shortlisted for roles like, you can say, equity research, you can Accenture India, right? All the higher salary roles, then this will be quite useful for you. And we are having a lot of mini sessions like this, where you have people from ITC coming in. They will be telling you that, okay, this, for example, I am also from ITC, but you'll have people who have cleared more recently. They'll be telling you on, how to get into ITC, how to get into Indian Oil, how to get into Wipro, Citi, Vedanta. All those companies are there. So this is there. And now this is now you will say that you are talking about so many things. What if I want to get them as a, comprehensive package? So if you want everything, then this is for you. And this is a comprehensive program where you will be getting the question bank also. You will be getting a live, proper full, 10 hours of lectures on how to prepare your CV, how to get shortlists, how to apply off campus, how to prepare for interviews, group discussions, everything. And you'll also get personal CV reviews by me and mock interview by me if you are going for this, right? So all these links will be sharing in your group also, and I'll just share a coupon code also, which you can use, either mine or Darshan. Right. So any doubts on this? Anything where you are not clear, or any doubts in general? So you can, this is just one part of it. But any doubts? Answers are also there. So I'll actually show you, right? Where is this part, right? So this is the thing, that the questions have been sourced from the actual interviews which have taken place. But obviously, उन्होंने question दे दिया, answer I have drafted. Most of the answers I have drafted. Some of the answers other CAs have drafted, but all the answers are verified answers. So आपको ऐसा गलत answer, I would say 99.9% of the cases you will not find a wrong answer. Even then, if sometimes you feel that actually answer wrong lag raha hai, then you tell me and I will correct it, right? So actually, we also have an error correction program where if you point out an error and you tell it to me, you will be paid for finding that error and telling it. So that way it is, I would say 99% error. Okay. So you are getting the detailed questions and detailed answers, and this is going to be quite useful. I think. Calls नहीं आ रहे हैं. Question bank is ebook. So I'll tell you why it is an ebook, because I am adding questions every day. So supposing there's an interview today, I ask those people what questions you were asked, and then we try to add it. Okay. So Darshan, now some people are having this question कि mid-size firm से है तो उससे call नहीं आते. ऐसा कुछ होता है that mid-size firm में they have a kind of because see I'll give you my 10 seconds on this. Everyone, I would say 95% of people CAs are from mid-size firms. So ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है that mid-size firms people don't get selected. In fact, I was selected at ITC, which you would be knowing gives the best package on campus, and I was from a mid-size firm and I did not have a rank also. So ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, right? And Darshan, you can just from your experience tell guide.
So as Yugandhar said, 95% of CR from mid-size firm only. And it is not feasible कि हाँ mid-size firm वालों को call नहीं आते. It's totally depend पे आपने आपका CV कैसा prepare करा है, and साथ में आपने articleship में क्या-क्या exposure करा है, और जो आपने CV में लिखा है वो आप उनको बता पा रहे हैं, right? For CV preparation, Yugandhar has said जैसा वो sessions conduct करने वाले हैं, तो वो आपकी much help करेगा. But हाँ totally depend कि आपका जाएगा CV. Even mid-size firm से करा है, but it will इफेक्ट कि हाँ आपने काम क्या क्या करा है आपकी आर्टिकलशिप में, राइट? सो डेफिनेटली मिड साइज फर्म से, इट्स अ मिथ कि हाँ मिड साइज फर्म से आपने आर्टिकलशिप करी तो आपको कॉल नहीं आएंगे, आप बिग फोर में या इंडस्ट्री में आप प्लेस नहीं होगे। जैसे युगांत has also said उसने बिग साइज फर्म से करी है, बट इवन ही इज गेटिंग प्लेस्ड इन आईटीसी। तो या डेफिनेटली इट इज इजी कि हाँ मिड साइज फर्म वालों को कॉल आते हैं, बट हाँ यू हैव टू स्ट्रगल कि अगर आपको ऑफ कैंपस आप कॉल ढूंढ रहे हो तो आपको डेफिनेटली रेगुलरली अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, चेक करना पड़ेगा और फॉलो अप लेना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो मिड साइज फर्म वालों को कॉल तो आएंगे। एंड वन पर्सन इज आस्किंग के
मिनिमम सीटीसी क्या एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए, राइट? So minimum CTC का you would like to tell them something कि minimum CTC क्या accept करना चाहिए, because campus में तो 9 लाख है तो right.
सी एज यू गॉन कैंपस में मिनिमम सीटीसी 9 लाख है। इवन अगर आपने आर्टिकलशिप अच्छी जगह से करी है या अगर आपको मल्टीपल अटेम्प्ट है पर आपको एक्सपीरियंस है उस बीच में, आपके आर्टिकलशिप खत्म होने के बाद में और इसके बीच में, तो डेफिनेटली आपको अच्छे ऑफर्स आ सकते हैं बिकॉज यू हैव अ पोस्ट क्वालिफिकेशन एक्सपीरियंस, राइट, विच मेनी ऑफ द फ्रेशर्स डोंट हैव, राइट? सो डेफिनेटली व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज मिनिमम सीटीसी आप कितना ऑफर कर सकते हो टू एट द वर्स्ट यू कैन ऑफर इज 8 लाख, व्हाट आई गेस इज, वो भी एकदम आखिरी में जाके जब आपको जॉब नहीं मिली, बट आपको स्टिक रहना चाहिए कि मिनिमम 10 लाख तो आपको लेना ही चाहिए, इवन इफ मल्टीपल अटेम्प्ट्स है बट यू आर अ चार्टर्ड नाउ। तो आपने आर्टिकलशिप भी करी, आपने सीए क्वालिफाइड करा है, तो मिनिमम आई गेस 9 to 10 लाख तो आपको लेना ही चाहिए और वर्स्ट केस में आपको 8 लाख तक जाना चाहिए।
And in fact एक और चीज जहाँ पे लोग गलती कर देते हैं, one more mistake which people make is that you see jobs where which are open for, let's say, finance professionals. So in that job it is written that you need 3 to 4 years experience. Okay, this is the structure which is there. You need 3 to 4 years experience, and then it is written qualifications CA, BCom, MCom, finance professional, ACC, everything is written. So in such kind of jobs, CAs freshers think that I don't have any experience, so I'm not eligible, but you're 100% eligible. In fact, for a job which is open to BCom, MCom, CA, for those kind of jobs, even if someone is asking for 5 years experience and you are a CA fresher, you are eligible for that job because you have 3 years of articleship and at least 3-year experience. So anyway, you are 100% eligible. But there's a general this saying that 3 years of articleship is worth 5 years of any kind of experience which you can get at some other place. So if you go into that interview and you explain that you have done work on GST also, income tax also, audit also, stat audit, internal audit, ROC, the kind of work that you do at a CA firm. So of course, in a big four, it is a different structure. There you have more specialization in one field. But if you have done it from a good mid-sized firm, so your experience is equivalent to 5 years. So you have that kind of mentality कि 5 साल experience का है जो, let's say, for other professionals, if it's open for other professionals, and even if it is asking for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you can apply for it.
Right.
So we'll just Vartika and Charmi. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's Charmi, right? Okay. So first, Vartika, you can ask your doubt.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes,
you are audible.
Good evening, sir. Sir, is this session only for CA, qualified CA?
Which one?
Actually, I just want to ask if anyone not.
What is your qualification?
Sir, I have done MCom and currently I just enrolled myself in CA, but I'm just enrolled as a direct entry via. So I'm just asking if I just want to start, a job in any firm like for finance. So is it possible to start at sir, I have just asked a question. So many companies they offer summer internship, and there is a eligibility for UG and PG student also. But many times I have applied, but they didn't consider. So you can.
Yeah, I'll tell you how this works. Is definitely compared to a CA, you will have fewer opportunities and the pay scale will be very different.
Okay.
Now regarding the preparation part, see, we would, and good you have asked this. So we will try to, what we'll try to do is, this particular program is more relevant for CAs only because the way we are, conducting the session, it is assuming that all the members of the audience are CAs. Even then it is useful. I'm not saying it will not be useful because the way you write your CV, the way you are getting shortlisted, all those things they're applicable to everyone, but it is not the ideal program for you. That is what I can say. It is ideal for CS, but not so ideal for CS, but it will still be useful. That much I can say.
Okay, fine. I can understand. And one more thing, sir, as you show here your corporate finance course, so I can do it.
Yes, this one will be relevant 100% because this is for everyone. In fact, there are so many MBAs also who are taking this course. There are people from BTech who are taking this course. So this is actually useful for everyone.
Okay. So means I would be able to understand all the metrics you will just teach at
Yes,
class, right?
yes.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you. I just want to ask this only.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Yes.
Hello, sir. I have one doubt. So,
Who is asking?
when we apply, sir, Anshul Jain.
I can't see you actually. कोई दिखता नहीं है ना तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आता कौन बात कर रहा है. एक मिनट.
My video is off right now.
Okay, fine. You can ask it.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have one doubt. When we apply through LinkedIn, they ask me how many years of experience you have. तो हम लोग हर जगह 0 डालेंगे तो फिर हम लोग accept कैसे होंगे? तो हम लोग लिख सकते हैं हमारा article.
Don't write 0 years of experience. You have to always write 3 years experience. मतलब don't do this mistake. In fact, you pointed out a very good thing because people, all of us, even when I was just starting out, I thought ki our experience is 0. No, your experience is not 0. Except where it is written that you need to mention post qualification experience. Okay, so where it is written you need to mention post qualification experience. There you have to mention say 0 years. Wherever it is mentioned work experience in general, you have to mention 3 years, or supposing you have worked even after articleship has been completed, so 4 years, 5 years, you can mention that.
मतलब आर्टिकलशिप के एक्सपीरियंस को भी हम लोगों को ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस काउंट करना है.
Right.
Okay.
तो see, I'll tell you यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा you have to do it intelligently in some roles, right? In some roles मैं जैसे ITC का बता देता हूँ. In ITC they have this criteria that you have to you have to be, let's say, below 26 years of age. You have to have 0 to 2 years of post qualification experience. So in such a company where it is very, very clear, the process is very clear that in this particular role only a CA will be taken. And there, it is very clear that if you're applying as a CA, then this 0 to 2 years is going to be valid for you. In that case, it is, it is okay to mention this as 0 years. But wherever you have, multiple, what should I say, multiple kinds of people who can apply, where MBA can apply, BCom can apply, different kinds of people can apply, there you should mention. So a general principle you follow is this: if a vacancy is only for CAs, then you mention 0 years of experience. If a vacancy is open to CA plus others, then you mention 3 years of experience.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
सर इसमें भी मेरा एक डाउट है कि इनके सिर्फ मैंने
I'll tell you one thing. So hand raise करके please पूछो because we'll have to go in order.
Yes sir, I have already raised my hand.
अच्छा, okay, Aditya, you are only speaking. Sorry, मुझे लगा कि
Sir.
Right.
Hello.
Go ahead, Aditya.
Yeah sir. So my question was कि इनके सिर्फ मैंने आर्टिकलशिप में टैक्सेशन, ऑडिट या जीएसटी वो सब मैंने किया है. Now after my articleship, I have much interest in stock market and everything, and I'm searching for equity research role. So अगर वहाँ पे मेरा जो भी एक्सपीरियंस वो लोग पूछते हैं तो वहाँ पे तो मैं एज अ फ्रेशर ही काउंट करूंगा कि वहाँ पे भी मेरे लिए ये चीज काउंट होगी 3 years of experience.
3 years of experience will always be 3 years of experience, even if it is in some other field. If they ask you कि आपका equity research में कितना experience, or if they ask you specifically on this field how much experience you have, you will say that I don't have any experience, but I have 3 years of experience in taxation, audit, finance, whatever.
Okay, sir.
And
so basically,
Darshan is also saying something, so you can just hear what he has.
So what you can do in equity research, what as per my understanding, it is a little bit difficult for a fresher to go in such niche profile like in equity research and equity and investment banking, which are at a hike nowadays. So what you can do is you can clear CFA level 1 and you can easily get entry in equity research, right? What mostly people do is they just clear CFA level 1, which is easy because you are already now a chartered and you can get easily entry in equity research after clearing CFA level 1.
Okay, sir. I have actually already enrolled for that also. CFA level 1.
My friend got recently placed in equity research, in equity institutional research, and he has just cleared CFA level 1, and he is also a fresher.
But definitely don't stop applying. You can apply, and CFA is a very, very good add-on. Definitely you can do that.
Yes, sir.
Anuja.
And sir, can you also recommend, apart from CFA level 1, is there any NSC certified courses which can help me to enter into equity research field?
Not really. If you really want to, if you really want to do it, then you can do this. You can actually do investment advisor certification, which is done by NISM of SEBI. So
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah.
yes, Anuja.
Hi, Yuganta. Hi, Darshan. So my question is, I'm a chartered accountant, but I passed out in the previous attempt. And I
Okay.
want to get into the deal advisory role, the commercial due diligence ho gaya, consulting roles ho gaye, and all that role. But because of my attempts or whatever, I'm not able to get the good profile. So how can I
This
get
question we'll be answering in the next jo hamara, what our session, which is there from 9 p.m. because that is from a person who is in this field only. He's from financial due diligence. So this question will be answered in detail.
I'm
Okay,
asking about the commercial due diligence, Yuganta, not the financial due
So
diligence.
all those parts will be covering. So it will be like, not just this, we'll be covering related fields also.
Right.
Dheeraj?
So, sir, when they ask for experience, right, during work experience, they also ask one question of like current CTC. जो आर्टिकलशिप में CTC तो लिख नहीं सकते, तो उसको कैसे आंसर करें? नील करके लिखते हैं कि कुछ नियर बाई सेकंड का मल्टीप्लाई 12 करके?
NA, you have read NA, not applicable.
Okay,
Sakshi?
thank you.
Hello, I have same question as Aditya's, that I was in audit department, but now I want to apply for direct tax department. And since they ask for the experience, everything I have written in my CV is all related to statutory audit and all other roles I have played. But now I want to enter in direct tax department. I have zero experience. I only have the knowledge of book. So now how to convince them, because many of them want to take someone who has already done, already has experience of direct tax during articles.
Darshan, you would like to take that?
Yeah, I would. So, to be honest, you are a fresher, right?
Yes.
Right. So, what I guess is you should prepare a CV for direct taxes specifically, right? Mostly, what of the people do is they used to return fake things which they don't do in the articleship to enhance their CV. If you really want to go in direct taxation and you have done nothing in direct taxation, then you should also have to do it so that your CV gets reflected and it got shortlisted easily. And to be honest, in interview, they will ask that whether you have knowledge of this sections and this sections, and some practical questions they will definitely ask कि आपने क्या assessment करा है client का, कहाँ तक गया था. You can easily connect with someone who is in direct taxation and आप उनसे बोलो कि आप मुझे हेल्प करो कि इंटरव्यू में क्या क्या टाइप के क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं. You can prepare for the interview. See, it is not really impossible कि आपने स्टेट ऑडिट में या ऑडिट में आपने करा है तो आप टैक्सेशन में नहीं जा सकते. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर सीवी, बट डेफिनेटली हाँ आपको थोड़ा फेक लिखना पड़ेगा बिकॉज आपने कुछ नहीं करा है और आपको सीवी अगर अदर से रिफ्लेक्टेड करना है तो. एंड सेकंड थिंग व्हाट आई गेस इज आपको बुकिश नॉलेज डायरेक्ट टैक्सेशन का अच्छे से करना है. डीटी आपको पूरा अच्छे से करना पड़ेगा टू answer the questions which can be easily answerable for a CA student, and definitely for the things which can't answer means जो आपको practical knowledge से ही आप आंसर दे सकते हो. as Yugansar said कि उसका एक क्वेश्चन बैंक है जो 1000 या 1000 CS का हाँ है मीन्स 1000 CS के उसने कंपाइल करे क्वेश्चंस, तो यू कैन इजीली मीन्स उससे आपको हेल्प मिल सकती है. सेकंड, यू कैन कनेक्ट विद द पर्सन हु इज ऑलरेडी वर्किंग इन डायरेक्ट टैक्सेशन प्रोफाइल. वो उनसे आप बोल सकते हो कि मुझे आपसे 10 मिनट या कॉल पे कनेक्ट करना है एंड आप मुझे बता दो कि इंटरव्यू में किस किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं. यू कैन प्रिपेयर फॉर द इंटरव्यू इन दिस मैनर, सो इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू.
आई हैव अ फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन कि अगर हम सीवी फेक करके भी लाइक हमने टैक्स में एक्सपोजर नहीं है, वी एंटर इनटू द फर्म, बट आगे जाके हमें दिक्कत नहीं आएगी लाइक व्हेन विल स्टार्ट वर्किंग?
To be honest, in every firm they will teach you as a fresher only, right? They are hiring you as a fresher. So if you are a fresher, they have to teach you, right? And डायरेक्ट टैक्सेशन का अगर आपको दिक्कत नहीं आएगी तो व्हाट आई थिंक इज आपको थोड़ा बहुत तैयारी तो करनी चाहिए डायरेक्ट टैक्सेशन की प्रैक्टिकली भी. आइदर मींस थोड़ी बहुत आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग होनी चाहिए. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट आई थिंक इज अगर आपने सीए क्लियर करा और आपको डायरेक्ट टैक्सेशन आपने पूरा पढ़ा है तो आपको थियोरेटिकल नॉलेज है. प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज में आपको जरूर थोड़ा ब्रिज में गैप होगा, बट आई गेस आपकी थियोरेटिकल नॉलेज आपकी मच हेल्प करेगी आपको वो ब्रिज को वापस से बिल्डअप करने में. एंड डेफिनेटली हाँ थोड़ी दिक्कत आएगी बट ज्यादा नहीं. एंड अगर आपको उसी में जाना है तो फिर आप ये सोर्स कर सकते हो. युगांतर, you want to add something?
No, nothing from my side on this, and I think you've covered it pretty well. Sakshi?
Thank you, sir. But actually, I have forwarded my CV to all the places, as in all the emails I've got, everything. I've already shared my CV.
Okay, then to be honest, it is a little bit difficult for you to get shortlisted in direct taxation profile if you have not written that much thing about direct taxation. To be honest,
Yeah,
it is.
actually, because I'll tell you how it happens. Direct tax, they are more concerned where they want a direct tax experience, but this is not true in other areas. Supposing if you want to get into audit, it is still there's a preference that audit wale ko preference milega, but they don't have such a strict criteria that you need to have compulsory experience in audit. And in industry at least I can tell you from my experience that there are people who are coming in from direct tax. Audit वाले आ रहे हैं किसी और फील्ड में किया, they are also coming in. So industry doesn't they don't differentiate so much based on this. In Big Four, because it is more specialized work, they do a differentiation. Tax में ज़्यादा differentiation रहता है. Audit में they are little more flexible, but there will always be this slight bias towards a person who has done. And you think of it from the company's point of view, right? Supposing they are getting a 3 years experienced person in that same field, why will they not prefer it? If you were in their place, you would also be preferring that person, right?
Yeah, and what I suggest is if you really want to go in direct taxation, so what you can do is you can make another CV for direct taxation in which you have to mention your another number and उसको आप फिर से forward करो, but through another email ID. Right? What I guess you can do is another email ID, another email number, another CV.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So okay, so we'll take all doubts. I'll just see if this Sailesh. Do you have any specific questions for Darshan? Darshan, is it fine if you stay for a longer, like so for taking the doubts,
Fine, okay, it will work.
Or we can take your doubts first. So if someone has specific doubts from Darshan, if you can ask that first, then we can move on to the general queries, which I can also answer, which the next person who's coming also can answer. And otherwise, he will have to stay on for the entire thing, right? So that will become a challenge. So amongst those who have raised your hand, if you have a specific question from Darshan, you can ask it first.
Sir, like you said, if you want to go in a specific domain, you have to prepare a CV for the specific domain as well. तो मैंने मतलब ऐसा मेरा अटेम्प्ट्स कम है, तो मैंने EY डेलॉइट में अपना वो दिया था बट ऑडिट के लिए, बट मैंने ऑडिट करी नहीं है. तो उनका कॉल भी आया था, बट उन्होंने पूछा था कि आपका कोई एक्सपीरियंस है, क्योंकि उनको शो नहीं हुआ. तो मैंने मना कर दिया ऑनेस्टली. तो उन्होंने बोला विल टॉक टू यू लेटर. बस फिर मैंने दूसरा भी बनाया, बट उसमें मेरे को थोड़ा डर लगता है क्योंकि ऑडिट वगैरह कर ही नहीं है, तो फिर बोलें कैसे कि क्या बोलना है क्या करना है, मतलब इसका है नहीं एक्सपीरियंस, बट मैंने लिख दिया है. तो ये इशू है मेरे साथ.
So first of all, in the industry, you should not be that much honest. अगर आपको उसी प्रोफाइल में जाना है तो you have to tell them कि हाँ आपने आर्टिकलशिप में इसके रिलेटेड काम करा है. सी ऑनेस्टली इंडस्ट्री में इतनी वर्क नहीं करती फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. वन जो आपको एचआर कॉल करेगा, एचआर अगर आप ऑनेस्ट आंसर दोगे तो एचआर हैज लॉट्स ऑफ सीवी. आपके बाद उसके पास 9 सीवी और है या 10 सीवी और है जिनके पास एक्सपीरियंस है. अगर आप मना करोगे तो उसको 10 सीवी में से कोई एक मिल जाएगा. तो आपको टू बी ऑनेस्ट इतना स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड ऑनेस्ट नहीं होना है. उनको ऐसा नहीं बोलना है कि हाँ मैंने ऑडिट में काम नहीं करा है, मैंने टैक्सेशन में काम नहीं करा है. फर्स्ट मिस्टेक, राइट. एंड सेकंड, आपने दूसरा सीवी बनाया है, ठीक है. टू बी ऑनेस्ट, आपको जो फर्स्ट स्क्रीनिंग कॉल आएगा वो एचआर की तरफ से होगा. इंटरव्यू लेना है या नहीं लेना, ओके. एचआर को खुद को इतना नॉलेज नहीं होता है ऑडिट के बारे में, जस्ट जो उन्होंने थोड़ा बहुत सुना है उसमें वो आपका करेंगे कि
थोड़ा
हाँ,
बहुत नहीं,
मेरा
बिल्कुल नहीं
future
होता, मतलब आई मीन आई वुड से बिल्कुल नहीं होता, दैट इज
एग्जैक्टली। एंड कम ऑन, आपने ऑडिट पढ़ा है, आपने थोड़ा बहुत भी ऑडिट करा है, तो आप एचआर को तो कन्विंस कर ही सकते हो कि हाँ। और अगर आपको स्टेट ऑडिट में जाना है तो टू बी ऑनेस्ट आपको ये क्यों बोलना है कि आपने आर्टिकलशिप में 60 to 70% आपका टाइम आपने ऑडिट में दी,
ओके
तब वो आपका सीवी कंसीडर करेंगे आगे। और झूठ तो आपको टू बी ऑनेस्ट अगर आपको नहीं करा है और जाना है तो बोलना पड़ेगा।
बट
तो
वो सब
ऑनेस्टी
पकड़
इज
लेते हैं
नॉट
ना, क्योंकि उन्होंने इतने इंटरव्यूज लिए होते तो पता चल जाता है शक्ल देख
so
के।
so and so that will happen at the interview stage, right? So interview stage mein what happens is that of course you need to be well prepared, and supposing if you have prepared all the conceptual questions of statutory audit and you have prepared the case study, generally stat audit you'll have these case study kind of questions where they'll say, I'll give you a few examples that and this is true for all fields, they'll give you a few practical examples to understand whether you have done the work or not. And there are people last time what they did was they just studied the questions and answers, and then they said ki ye kaam maine kiya hai and unka interview clear bhi ho gaya. All these things also happen, not that it will happen with you, I'm not saying that, but things like that, supposing if you have that a company has this many bank accounts and then this company in a few of the bank accounts there is no transaction, and how will you audit them? So if you have an answer to this kind of question, then you will be able to get through this particular rule also.
And yeah, if you have a good grip on the subject ना, ऑडिट पे अगर आपकी गुड ग्रिप है, या कारो मेनली कारो के ऊपर क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं फॉर स्टेट ऑडिट, अगर आपकी उसके ऊपर अच्छी ग्रिप है, आपने अच्छे से अंडरस्टैंड करा है, तो आप कभी कभी कुछ स्टूडेंट्स तो ड्यूरिंग द इंटरव्यू मन से केस स्टडी बना के उनको बता सकते हैं, बट यू नीड गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग फॉर दिस ऑन कारो और वॉट एवर ऑन विच दे आर आस्किंग केस स्टडी टू यू, कि आपने ये काम करा है और कैसे करा है।
Anyone else has questions from Darshan? Rishabh, you have a question from Darshan? Right, you can go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, Rishabh this side.
Hi Rishabh.
सर मैंने 2015 में आर्टिकलशिप कंप्लीट कर ली थी, उसके बाद मैं जॉब में चला गया था। उसके बाद सर मैंने अभी 2021 में जब न्यू बैच मतलब न्यू कोर्स में शिफ्ट होना कंपल्शन हो गया था, तो मैंने अपने आप की से तैयारी करी और मैंने क्लियर कर लिया सर। तो अब मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि अब जब क्लियर हो ही गया तो एक अच्छी जगह जॉब मिल जाए, तो क्या मेरे को अब फ्रेशर की तरह कंसिडर किया जाएगा या मेरे को अपना रिज्यूम में अपनी ये जॉब दिखानी चाहिए या नहीं?
To be honest, first of all, congratulations and dedication काफी अच्छा है। Second, आपको फ्रेशर की तरह, to be my understanding, फ्रेशर की तरह कंसीडर नहीं किया जाएगा because you have 8 years of experience and I am thinking कि हाँ आपको CA की फील्ड में ही 8 years का एक्सपीरियंस है। Second, what I think is आपको CTC भी ज्यादा मिल सकता है if you apply for off campus and in the similar line which you are working। अगर आप कभी जैसे ऑडिट में काम कर रहे हो या फाइनेंस में काम कर रहे हो, आप सिमिलर लाइन में अप्लाई करोगे ऑफ कैंपस, तो डेफिनेटली आपको CTC भी हायर साइड पे मिलेगा because you already have a experience। So what I think is you will not consider as a fresher, and definitely you should mention in your CV your post experience and it will definitely help you a lot।
Okay sir. Okay
Sir, I have two questions. My first question is कि after COVID, I came back to my hometown and took dummy. So I have a practical exposure of 1 to 1.5 year of articleship. So I don't have confidence while going into working now. And my second question is, my core focus in my career is to for learning and growth. And for this, where should I go? Like big fours, mediocre firms, या फिर industry or banks?
Okay, so first is you have dummy experience, so first what I suggest is apply more and more off campus, even the CTC अगर कम भी हो तो off campus ज्यादा से ज्यादा में अप्लाई करो, इंटरव्यू दो, ताकि कैंपस की इंटरव्यू आने तक आपका कॉन्फिडेंट काफी अच्छे तरीके से बिल्ड हो जाए, आपके माइंड में ये बन जाए कि इंटरव्यूअर किस टाइप से क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछने वाला है, आपको किस टाइप से उसका जवाब देना है। फॉर दैट यू हैव, आपको डेफिनेटली या किसी मॉक इंटरव्यू में आपको ऑफ कैंपस इंटरव्यू में आपको बैठना चाहिए बिफोर कैंपस, राइट। इवन वो कम CTC ऑफर कर दे तो भी आप इंटरव्यू में बैठो, उनकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग लो कि वो कैसे इंटरव्यू ले रहे हैं, उनका माइंड किस हिसाब से वर्क करना है, राइट। तो आपका कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा बिल्डअप होगा। साथ में सेकंड में बताना चाहूंगा कॉर्पोरेट में, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कॉर्पोरेट में अगर आपको जाना है और अपने डमी आर्टिकलशिप करिए, you have theoretical knowledge of audit taxation. What you can do is you can go through one advanced Excel course which can easily available. You can do the Excel training on the YouTube as well. So what I guess is mostly if you are going now, so आपको Excel का basic अच्छे से आना चाहिए, आपका confidence थोड़ा develop होगा, and definitely industry में जाओगे या Big Four में जाओगे, definitely एक mid size firm से वो like Big Four या industry के work कल्चर में काफी डिफरेंट आता है, तो दे विल कंसीडर यू एज अ फ्रेशर, आपको नर्वस होने की जरूरत नहीं है। बट डेफिनेटली अगर आपने आर्टिकलशिप डमी करी है तो आई सजेस्ट आप कोई एक्सेल का कोर्स करो और एक्सेल में आप थोड़ी अपनी ग्रिप अच्छी करो, राइट? एंड कैन यू रिपीट योर सेकंड क्वेश्चन?
Sir, my second question is कि where will I get the most learning and growth in
Yeah.
industry, in banks, big fours, या top 20 firms या mediocre firms?
So do you want a work life balance?
My main focus is the learning and growth. बाकी सारे parameters हटा देते हैं.
Big six, if you are getting your preferred profile, then it is what I suggest is go in Big Four or Big Six. First of all, their work culture is very different as compared to industries. They will teach you a lot. Learning आपको काफी ज्यादा मिलेगी because most of the Big Four में वो आपको Saturday और Sunday भी काम कराते हैं. Then definitely mostly companies में आप आगे जब भी switch करोगे for growth, one of the preferred criteria is आपको आपकी पूरी experience में आपको Big Four का experience कभी ना कभी होना ही चाहिए. And what I suggest अगर आपकी articulation mid size firm से या डमी तो आपको Big Four में जाना चाहिए for a better learning and growth.
And sir, अगर work life balance भी रखना हो दिन,
तो फिर आपको थोड़ा
सब कुछ नहीं हो सकता ना, you have to
okay.
Sir, I have to ask something.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Sir, like if I want to go for a merger and acquisition, but during
Next
my
one,
articleship I didn't get any exposure. Sir,
this
what
Sailesh
is
will
the,
answer.
so what is the criteria and why would company would take me if I haven't get any exposure in my articleship? They even shortlisted my resume, sir.
See,
Ruchi, this
so-
question, who's asking? Ritika, right?
Yes, sir.
So Ritika, this is a very, very relevant question for the next session. So, so we'll, park it for that part. Or you want specifically Darshan to answer it, then we'll answer it now.
No, sir. Sir, just okay, sir. We will.
Because actually he's waiting now, so I don't want to,
Yes,
keep him
sir,
waiting
sure.
for longer.
Yes,
That
sir.
is it. So Rishabh, I'm seeing 4 hands raised. Rishabh, Keshav, Harsh, and Ruchi. If you have a question which is say specifically to Darshan, so you can quickly ask it. And if it is something which I or Sailesh can answer, then you just you can keep it for later.
Sir, I have a question.
Right.
Actually, 2 questions. आज विप्रो का कोर्स का इंटरव्यू था एंड दे आस्क्ड मी अ क्वेश्चन दैट कि मेरा फाउंडेशन में रैंक था एंड आफ्टर दैट आई क्लियर्ड माय इंटर इन फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट एंड आई हैव अ अटेम्प्ट इन सीए फाइनल्स. सो दे वर आस्किंग कि आपका तो मतलब रिजल्ट स्टेप बाय स्टेप पुअर ही होता जा रहा है, तो अब इसका मैं क्या जवाब दूं?
Sailesh, I think you can also join. I mean, जो भी questions का which you feel you want to, you have a good answer, so we can because doubts keep coming and your this one will also be really useful. And so I'll just quickly introduce Sailesh. He is working at KPMG Financial Due Diligence, and he he will be taking your session on this. In detail on how to clear these financial due diligence interviews, and we'll go into detail into his field and what all he's been doing. But so now you can continue with your doubt, and we can either of them can take it. Okay, so you who was asking the doubt, you can continue.
Hello.
Sir, I want
Hello.
to ask.
If nobody
Right.
is saying, can I just ask few questions?
Okay, sure. Harsh, go ahead.
Sir, I have completed my articleship on 2019, and it took me 5 attempts to clear my CA final, and I didn't get a good exposure. Okay, and it took me 3 changes of the firms to complete my articleship. Basically, I have done 2 years of my articleship in Dhanbad. Okay. First articleship was for 3 to 4 months, and it was not good with my principal. Then I changed to further a different firm. Whether I didn't get the good exposure, and then I shifted to Kolkata. Okay. They also and then COVID arrived, so it was mostly work from home. Okay. So I didn't get a good work. I have done a few audits of an audit of PSU, and overall it was like filing the ITRs, doing the tax
So
audits.
quickly you can just answer out, है ना? ये पूरा story चल रहा है, but
Yeah,
you can.
so sir,
हाँ.
yeah, sir. Yeah, I have written so many things on CV that I have about statutory audits, but in practically, I didn't done so many things. And when I given the introduction and the interview, I have given the 2 interviews. One was from Deloitte, and the second one was from EY. I didn't get the call from both the firms. So what should I do, sir? I'm very
See, बहुत ज़्यादा specific doubt है, and I mean you can ask this separately, है ना? तो you have my number. Everyone, all of you would be having my number. तो ये सब doubts है ना? Because I think we should actually start the next session, है ना? तो you can ask all these. Ruchi, is there something which is of general interest, Ruchi? So then we'll quickly take it. Otherwise, almost we are quite.
I also have the something that is same doubt. I had not worked on listed companies in my articleship, and wherever
Okay,
I
so we'll take this later. Okay, so I'll just so thanks a lot, Darshan, for joining and for sharing your experience, and for doing such a great service to everyone by sharing so many vacancies and creating so many WhatsApp groups. Unfortunately, we could not cover the L&T part. Maybe if people want guidance on L&T, we'll be conducting one more session if that is there, because L&T has come in campus this time. So really glad that you could join and share your experience, and we will be sharing the links for your group also with everyone. If anyone is not registered on that link which I had shared, you please register it there, because then I'll get your email and then I can send you all this documents and whatever we were talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you, Darshan, for joining.
Yeah. Thank you, Yugandhar. Yeah, thank you, Yugandhar. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Darshan sir.
Sorry, Sailesh, for keeping you waiting, and because doubts ही नहीं खत्म हो रहे थे, right? So what we'll do is I'll just again introduce you. I skipped over a few things, right? So he's this financial due diligence field is one of the most sought after fields in Big Fours, and the reason for that is that there is the quality of work, the terms of remuneration, and the general exit opportunities that you have after this particular role. They are much better, and he is someone who has been in this role, and so he'll be able to give you a detailed guidance कि यहाँ पे क्या होता है, how do you actually apply, because the process is very, very different. If you have looked into the processes of statutory audit, internal audit, taxation, all of them are one side, and this is a completely different thing that you have to do. So over to you, Sailesh, on what does FDD mean. So the question, this is the first question which generally people have, because after clearing CA final, this is not a word which most people have heard. So what does this mean?
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Yes.
Okay. So first of all, very welcome to all for joining, and thanks Yugandhar for this noble initiative to guide the CA freshers. Now straight away coming to your point, actually what financial due diligence means. So we all have at some point of time done statutory audit. All know that statutory audit is a part of compliance which is required under the Companies Act. But there is no such guidelines which makes it mandate for financial due diligence. So why financial due diligence is done and what are the advantages? Basically, suppose let's say you are an investor. Let's say all these 44 people, you want to invest in some startup, let's say Blinkit or Grofers or whatever. So if you want to put your money, So naturally, you would not rely blindly on the financial statements, because financial statements many a times can be cooked as well. There are window dressing, there are entries which are often hidden by the management, or there are a lot of relevance of management estimate. So in financial due, so investors, before funding any project or before buying any equity stake or doing any kind of strategic transaction, appoints big four. Let's say, for example, any big four as a financial due diligence expert, in order to rather deep dive into the numbers and make a sense whether they are economically viable or not. Means matlab, profit and loss may whatever figures are being there, are they making sense with the industry or not? Hardly we compare the numbers with the industry in statutory audit and all. But here what we understand is, if a private equity or if a venture capitalist puts some amount of money, and this sum is not sum, rather this sum is a big chunk of money. If they put some money, so will they get exit multiples which are far higher in the coming years? So this statutory matlab, financial due diligence experts rather starts where the statutory audit ends. तो जहां पर statutory audit end होता है, वहां से we carry out our analysis, and long story short, our main deliverables are used by the valuation department to arrive at a fair valuation of the company, which will again be used by the investment bankers and VCs and PEs and whatnot people in order to fund in some money, or let's say they want to buy 10% equity. So company is valued at $400 million. So 10% you can correlate, you can do pro forma adjustment and things like that. So I hope you got a brief glimpse. हालांकि मतलब many things are there, it is not possible to tell everything in 2-3 minutes.
So Sailesh, can you guide us on what your work experience has been like? So let's say you cleared CA in a particular attempt, you can guide them about which attempt you cleared. Then was this the first place where you joined, or did you join anywhere else? And then entire journey. So what happened after you joined? I know you can't reveal the clients, but if you can tell them on what kind of clients, what is the level of the clients, and what is the general nature of work. So basically, जो एक question होता है ना interview में, that what is an average day look like for you at your particular company?
Agreed. So first of all, I cleared my CA in first attempt in July 2021, which is last year. So I cleared in first attempt, and naturally, telling you a brutal truth, matlab, up to 2 attempts or 3 attempts they go in financial due diligence. An attempt is a filter. Big Four articleship is a filter. Then the case study asked in the interview will also act as a filter. There are 2-3 filters which will, if you carry out, matlab, if you pass those filters, then only you can get into financial due diligence domain. Now talking specifically about myself, I cleared in July 2021. Post that, I joined BDO India LLP, which is just after Big Four, which is Big Five in their financial due diligence domain. So naturally, see, getting Big Four in the very first attempt is difficult. So I made a strategy ki let's join Big Five, work for 5-6 months, get an entire eagle's eye view of the financial due diligence in BDO, and then soon after 7-8 months, I joined KPMG India in their financial due diligence domain. And I have been associated with KPMG for near about 11-12 months now. And in total, post my CA qualification, I have an employment journey of around 17-18 months. So this was about myself. And now the kind of work we do, see, in financial due diligence, basically our clients are venture capitalists mainly. And when I say venture capitalist, it's the well-known names like Matrix Partners, then it is Lightrock, then it is Sequoia Capital. Right now we are having an assignment with Sequoia Capital. So these are our clients. and our day-to-day interaction entails with the management. Let's say Sequoia is for example, Sequoia is wanting to invest some amount of money in Zomato, for example. So our day-to-day working will be involved with the Zomato's management, where Sequoia is trying to invest. Number one. Number two, with the investment banker. Suppose, let's say Axis Capital is the investment banker. So we generally coordinate with the investment bankers as well as the targets management. And when I say target, means VC is targeting which company to invest in. So those are the target companies. And generally, see, work hours are hectic because unlike statutory audit, we have deliverables which we need to deliver in 4 to 5 weeks, no matter whatever it happens. Because we are, the more we will delay, there is a penalty provision in our transmittal letter. But with every single day, there is a penalty of X amount. So generally, no partners will want to make a negative revenue. So generally, there is a strict guidelines for financial due diligence assignment, and work hours are pretty hectic. Mainly, the very much knowledgeable part in the financial due diligence is that we make certain valuation indicators. Those are the crux actually. That is why the exit opportunity in FDD is very good. And when I say valuation indicator, let's say we all can everyone hearing out here can calculate EBITDA from the financial statement. You will go to the annual report, you will calculate EBITDA. But we as a due diligence, we are paid for our service. Suppose 50 lakh or 1 crore, whatever it is. We are paid to make, to give certain valuable consideration to the EBITDA. That means we can either add an adjustment or we can deduct a possible amount from the EBITDA. That means, suppose, let's say one example I am saying you, many a times in the profit and loss statement, there are sale of fixed assets, profit from sale of fixed assets. And you people also might be thinking कि यार ये तो देखने से ही पता चल जाएगा, तो आप लोग क्या करते हो? So, but in startup companies, these are often hidden everywhere. They will park some amount here, park some amount there. They will not show the full amount of profit in 1 year. They will parallelly bifurcate the amount in multiple years. Just in order to inflate their valuation, they will do what not. Basically, we highlight all these hidden adjustment to the VC. See, VC venture capitalist के पास इतना समय नहीं है कि वो लोग यार फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट देख के उसका पोस्टमार्टम करेंगे. तो वो लोग इसीलिए यार हम लोग को अपॉइंट करते हैं कि यार आप देखो कि ये लोग यार बोरोइंग सही से दिखाया है कि नहीं, कंटिंजेंट लाइबिलिटी हाइड किया हुआ तो नहीं है, वर्किंग कैपिटल गोइंग फॉरवर्ड taking seasonal nature into consideration, क्या impact रहेगा, कितना fund infuse करना पड़ेगा. So these things are there, I think. So मतलब Yugantar, anything I missed, if you can tell me.
No, absolutely, and you've given such a good detailed insight, because generally the question, and I'm not sure whether this is asked in your interviews also, but this general question people have, that a CA has already audited the financials. When a CA has already audited the financials, why is this another team exist to, or again check that same financial? Do they not trust that signature of a CA or something like that? But you explained very well that there could be some cases where even though it is an audited financial statement, it is not sometimes reflecting what the VC wants to know. Okay, so can you guide us on, let's say, what all options you had, and then why did you end up choosing this particular field, and what are the, let's say, so we'll come to the interview process, but this is before the interview process, that how did you find this particular vacancy, because it's not easy to find such vacancies. How did you find them, and how did you choose this particular field?
Okay, so now see, first of all, being a CA fresher, you need to first decide, जो कि it is not very easy to decide कि whether you want to go to industry or consultancy. किसी industry at times initially pay very high in terms of consultancy. पर generally over the years things get parallel. You can't say कि मतलब कोई इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहा है तो बहुत कमा रहा है. कंसल्टेंसी में भी over the years you will get a steep progress. And so first of all, my decision making about industry and consultancy was that कि I had to move to investment banking. As a CA fresher, frankly, I had applied, but not so many opportunities I got in investment banking. So generally, I asked my peers and my seniors कि what are the options कि मतलब ऐसा कोई डोमेन चूज किया जाए जिसका एग्जिट आईबी में निकले, जिसका एग्जिट वीसी में निकले. तो frankly telling, there are not many domains. There are only two domains, FDD और valuation, जिसका एग्जिट आपको आईबी पीई वीसी में मिलेगा. स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिट से भी डिफिकल्ट है, अनलेस सी इफ यू हैव अ रेफरेंस देन यू कैन गो एनीवेयर. रेफरेंस का बात नहीं है, पर मतलब विदाउट अ रेफरेंस एवरेज प्रोफाइल के बंदी को विथ वन अटेम्प्ट या फिर मल्टीपल अटेम्प्ट तो और डिफिकल्टीज होंगी. तो एफडीडी इज ओनली ऑप्शन इफ यू वांट टू परस्यू सीरियसली, इफ यू वांट टू परस्यू आईबी एज अ करियर इन फ्यूचर. क्योंकि सी ब्रॉडली स्पीकिंग एक बिग फोर में एक स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिट, इंटरनल ऑडिट, टैक्सेशन हो गया. देन कम्स द ट्रांजैक्शनरी सर्विसेज. इन ट्रांजैक्शनरी सर्विसेज देयर आर 5 सर्विसेज. very less people, matlab very few people know this. I also was not knowing when I was at your level as a CA fresher. Under transactionary service there are 5 major services. Those are M&A consulting. मतलब एक जैसे HDFC लाइफ एंड HDFC बैंक का आई थिंक कुछ मर्जर हुआ था, अभी जी सोनी का हुआ था. तो मर्जर ऑन पेपर होने के बाद there are lot of integration that needs to happen. Payroll मतलब employee का integration, data का integration, system का integration. तो वो सब integration और consulting के लिए M&A consulting is the domain. Then you have deal advisory, which is also called SAT, means strategy and transaction, which is also called deals at times. तो मतलब what I told, M&A consulting and deal advisory. Then you have value creation.
Deals में क्या होता है? So this is a very important part, because so many things of this part are not even clear to me, because now you're saying this 5 things, and ये सारी 5 things जो हैं, these are all we have heard of these terms, and I think you all should listen very carefully. So first you covered, what is the first thing you covered? M&A consulting.
M&A consulting, yeah.
Right. So M&A consulting हो गया. Second on deals. So what does deals do?
Deals मतलब वो हमारा वाला है, FDD.
Okay.
ठीक है, तो ये 2 हुआ. Then is the value creation. Value creation comes into picture. Let's say कि Sequoia एक startup में मतलब Sequoia has invested in a startup. Now that startup is running 2-3 years हो गए. तो as per the projected plan है ना, वो startup is not able to break through in the market. It is very much possible. Paytm was the first mover in the payment space, but certainly PhonePe is the market leader. तो कुछ ना कुछ तो ऐसा हुआ रहेगा ना पेटीएम के साथ कि वो यार समय के साथ कुछ ना कुछ नहीं कर पाया जो उसे करना चाहिए था. तो herein comes the value creation into picture.
So this value creation is somewhat like management consulting, because वैसा sound कर रहा है that some company has a problem.
Exactly. It is a financial division of management consulting, which are done by big fours at large.
Okay. Then we can move to the next one.
तीसरा हो गया, third हो गया. Then valuation is also at times clubbed with the transaction advisory only, क्योंकि valuation also forms part of transaction only. तो एक transaction होगा तो यार उसका कोई value रहेगा. Valuation हो गया. Now one more thing is
valuation में what is the kind of work that you have to decide the value? How is it done?
Valuation में what the thing is, let's say we have given our FDD report to the valuation department. तो हमारे FDD report में there is a adjusted EBITDA का figure, there is a net debt का figure, there is a net working capital का figure, मतलब हमारा derive किया हुआ figure.
Right.
Now what the valuation department will do, valuation department will take those figures as a base value, मतलब time T0 बोलते हैं ना हम लोग SFM में, T0 में वो सब वैल्यू वो लोग ले लेंगे, ग्रोथ इंडिकेटर्स वगैरह लगा के वो लोग फॉरवर्ड प्रोजेक्शन करेंगे उसका। तो वैसे करके मतलब सी लॉन्ग स्टोरी शॉर्ट, हम FDD का आउटपुट will be used by the valuation team and they will take all those inputs, उसको टाइम 0 में लेके they will calculate T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T5 वो लोग कैलकुलेट करके FCF ही निकालेंगे, फ्री कैश फ्लो टू फर्म।
सब लोग याद कर लो, ये सारे टर्म्स बहुत पूछे जाने वाले हैं, लोगों को लग रहा होगा इफ यू मोस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू आर सीएस है ना, सो ऑल दीज टर्म्स इफ यू आर हैविंग डिफिकल्टी इन कनेक्टिंग कि ये क्या टर्म है, then you have a lot to improve. ठीक है, continue. हाँ,
तो FCF निकला, फिर from there they will do adjustments वगैरह जो भी है, potential adjustment as per the investment bankers and all, वो वैल्यू निकाल के वो लोग VC को दे देंगे, VC उससे आगे कर लेगा काम अपना।
And some other terms are also used, एक कोई commercial due diligence है, so what is that?
Actually the thing is, in audit you might have all read कि there are various kind of due diligence, payroll due diligence, जैसे एक company which has a very good employee base like Accenture, these people are these IT companies are having a lot of manpower base, तो जब इस ऐसे कंपनी का फाइनेंशियल ड्यू डिलिजेंस होगा तो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर अ फाइनेंशियल ड्यू डिलिजेंस एक्सपर्ट कि वो एम्प्लॉय में ना इतने अच्छे से ड्रिल करके एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट सही है कि नहीं, मतलब वेदर विंडो ड्रेसिंग हो रहा है कि नहीं, शेल एम्प्लॉयज दिखाए गए कि नहीं, पीएफ सारा क्रेडिट किया जा रहा है कि नहीं, मतलब इन शॉर्ट फाइनेंशियल ड्यू डिलिजेंस इंटेल्स अराउंड नंबर्स। पर मेनी अ टाइम व्हाट हैपेंस इज वीसीज को लगता है कि यार पेरोल में ना कुछ गड़बड़ है, तो वो लोग बोलेंगे कि यार एफडीडी वाले अगर पेरोल करेंगे तो हमारा काम रह जाएगा, मतलब इफ वी पीपल गो एंड ड्रिल द पेरोल वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू डू जस्टिस विथ आवर असाइनमेंट, तो फिर दे अपॉइंट पेरोल ड्यू डिलिजेंस एंड व्हाट यू टोल्ड इज commercial due diligence, right? Yeah, so commercial due diligence is at times done in basically, see, I am frankly telling not sure about commercial due diligence. Basically these are done at in manufacturing sector. matlab see, commercial due diligence is also called operational due diligence, so these are basically done in manufacturing kind of sectors where the VCs does not want comfort on the total financial, they have a limited scope कि मतलब रेवेन्यू का करके दे दो, अरे भाई मतलब कॉग्स का करके दे दो, मतलब डेफिनेट उसमें स्कोप रहता है।
And in fact on this topic someone was having a question. Anuja, it was your question only?
Yes, it was my question. So, hi Sailesh. So I wanted to know how can we get into it, because the vacancies are very limited, and in these fields MBA also, like, they join us because the team is full of MBAs and hardly CAs. Even talking about your deal advisory, like the transaction advisory you were talking into. So how can we as a CA get into it if we don't have a rank? How can we get into it?
Okay, I think ये question तो general question है, right? Now what the thing is, see, in order to get into FDD, first of all तो apply करना है, वो तो एक normal process है. Now the thing is, what happens is, क्यों इतना hardships, मतलब why are there so much hardships? The seats are actually limited. So what a person can do is कि the resume which you are building for a statutory audit profile or taxation profile, you need to tweak that resume a little, and you need to inculcate better keywords which showcases ki you can understand the business well, you have a eyesight wherein you can deliver important indicators to the key stakeholders. And when I see, what point I'm trying to make is the resume which you are building now, you need to make a proper resume. And in the recent past, there has been many openings in video, EY, KPMG this time is not hiring so much. PwC is having vacancy. You need to apply through some senior level people. This will increase your chances naturally. Matlab, are you facing any other hardships? See, Anuja, what you have asked is a general question. Any other hardships ki specifically if you would want to elaborate? See, applying ka to yahi process hai. You need to apply, you need to follow up with the HR and all. Because see, the acceptance ratio of resume in financial due diligence is very less. Unlike the statutory audit जहाँ पे 250 लोगों की टीम होती है, सब statutory audit कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे we have a team size of 25-30 people. And talking about EY Kolkata as well, so EY Kolkata is having a team size of around 70 people, which is not much in compared to the size of EY. So things are, vacancies are less. That is why hardships are faced. And at times resume is not appropriate. So it will automatically get rejected in 1 second itself. 1 second, I told very less, 15 seconds.
Right. So on this resume part, isme what should be there, what should not be there? Some terms they are looking for, some keywords they are looking for, something of that sort, because most of them would not be having proper experience in this area. Most of them would be having some kind of experience in statutory audit, internal audit, all these common जो CA firm में जो kind of the work is done. So how should they improve their CV?
So see, now the thing is, if you have to improve your resume, certain keywords which you can incorporate in your resume is like you have to inculcate in resume keywords like you have worked on certain valuation assignments. Now see, let me tell you a fact, frankly. Dekho yaar, no one will come and check whether you have done any valuation or not. Okay. Now you can also counter me ki you are telling me to manipulate my resume. I'm not telling that also. What I am telling is, if you, there are 3 valuation methods. If you theoretically also read all those valuation methods, it is a 95% chance you can answer the interview's question. They will not ask you to do the valuation in front of you. They will not ask you to do the valuation. They will ask certain technical questions. And if you have theoretically studied all those concepts, pros and cons, then there is no harm if you include those keywords in the resume. I'm not telling you to blindly just copy someone. You can inculcate those keywords and do a research on that. In and out, it will take you around 1 day. In and out, you technically learn samajh lo everything in and around all those things. See, certain keywords are like valuation methods. You have carried out financial modeling. You have carried out, you have in your statutory audit period, you have bring forward certain key risks in front of the management, which have impacted in the increase in revenue or decrease in cost. Because see, what the thing is, the recruiters of financial due diligence basically see ki unko na, they are not concerned ki what you have done. People write a lot of nonsense in their resume, what I have seen. They write ki I have done audit. What I'll do if you have done audit, it is useless to me. Have you done any impact by your work? If you say ki you have done audit, so everyone knows you were not the only auditor. There was a team. So you were a part of the team, but you need to bring out ki what was your impact out of that work. So you can also write ki while doing statutory audit, you have understood the business model, which statutory audit at time does, but we don't know how to showcase ourselves. So those things you need to keep in mind. And one more thing, you should not get disheartened if you don't get financial due diligence in first attempt. There can happen ki you don't get FDD profile in as a CA fresher. So you can go to statutory audit in some of the big four, work for 5-7 months there, build up connections, maybe inter company or intra company, matlab in your same company or different company, you then you can apply na, matlab no one is stopping you. See, it can take time. What I understand is it can take time. It can maybe it can take 1 year time to reach your goal, but it's okay na, matlab yaar, everyone has a different finishing line after all, matlab theek hai.
तो ये पूरा CV का प्रोसेस हो गया and you mentioned in a lot of detail on the interview also. But let us come to this specific interview question कि अब मेरा CV shortlist हो गया, अब मेरा interview है. तो interview कैसा होता है? What is the kind of questions are asked? जैसे normal और मेरे को खाली audit का जैसे interview होता है तो audit के question पूछ लिए जाते हैं. तो यहाँ पे what kind of question will be there?
See, in this also generally you have 4 rounds of interview. Manager will take, then director can take, then associate partner or partner, whatever. So now the thing is, first round is a technical round. They will ask you what work you have done, what value impact you have done. They will also ask you what you know about FDD. Matlab, why do you have heard this crazy name about someone, पता चला कि यार IB में मिल जाएगा, चलो चलते हैं. So they will test you on every front कि मतलब are your intention that clear कि you want to work in FDD? Because see, this profile is paid more than statutory audit. ठीक है, it is paid more than internal taxation, जितना type का taxation बोल लो. It is paid more than business consulting, which is a crazy name of internal audit. So abhi
or some people call it risk advisory also.
Yeah, definitely, to showcase, people don't want to come, so what they have to, they will show crazy name. So now the thing is, first round will be technical round. It will basically entail around your work experience and some of the valuation questions. From FCFE, free cash flow to firm, how do you arrive at FCFE? How enterprise value is calculated, why cash and cash equivalent is deducted. Matlab, all sorts of financial matrix question which are there. Ratio analysis, matlab, if a company is laden with debt, so what ratio you will use? These kinds of technical questions, which if you prepare for it, you can make through. Now the second round will be with the associate director and all. Those will be the case study round. Now the case study round basically entails they will share the screen to you, or they can mail you also, and they'll tell you to solve the case study. And suppose if they are sharing the screen, they will give you 5 minutes to read a question and then tell you to answer. If they are mailing you the case study, you will get a sufficient amount of 2-3 hours, and then you can solve the case study. Now the case study basically entails, they will give you a normal profit and loss, balance sheet, and some questions. Basically question will entail calculate the free cash flow to firm of the company. We have all studied in SFM, PAT plus interest plus XYZ, whatever it is. So those way you can calculate FCFE. Now they will ask how better you can analyze numbers, in the sense the company's revenue is increasing but EBITDA is decreasing. What is the logic? What do you perceive just by the numbers? Numbers देख के क्या समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Are you able to interpret or not? And is the numbers in the financial making sense or not? They will try and see. There is no right or wrong answer. They will just try to judge ki, are you talking nonsense or are you talking to the point? So they will try to judge all these kind of questions and all. So basically case study will entail these questions. And now partner and associate partner is basically just formality round only, but they do a filtration in that round also. Basically they will ask ki, matlab, why do you want to join, all these types of generic questions and all. Matlab, about the financial due diligence space, do you keep a watch? Have you read about the recent mergers?
इनफैक्ट ये वाला क्वेश्चन तो मैंने बहुत कॉमनली सुना है कि which is the most recent merger you've heard about. I think this is a common question, right? हाँ.
तो वैसे करके they will ask just कि are you updated with the financial news and all, मतलब.
So now many people have this thing कि यहाँ पे क्यों जाना चाहिए, and you discuss something on the exit opportunities and on the IB profile. So can you just discuss briefly that IB में क्या होता है, because people are asking कि IB में क्या होता है, and in general not specific to IB, on this कि once you are getting into FDT, what are the future opportunities which open up, and why did you say that you wanted to join IB? In fact एक बंदे का यही question आया that IB के लिए इतना क्यों, why are you keen for IB?
See, frankly telling you, so in finance kind of, maybe you would agree with my answer or not, it is also possible. In finance kind of, see, statutory audit at times becomes compliance driven. If you want to understand how the investment industries work, how these people, how companies like Tiger Global, we have recently heard how Tiger Global exited from Flipkart with a very high amount of exit multiple. So how those industries work, if those things excite you, then FDD, venture capitalist, investment banking, private equity is the role which is made for you. And if you want a normal, if those things doesn't excite you, then I think you should not go for FDD and drill yourself, because see, FDD will take a lot of efforts in short term. Matlab, Saturdays also you have to work. Many a times your planned leave will get cancelled. क्योंकि assignment है तो है, they, because these people VCs like Sequoia and all, मतलब those are very rigid, उनको काम चाहिए तो चाहिए, मतलब. So if the how the venture capitalist space, how the VC space, how these peoples are putting hell amount of money, exiting, then buying, then selling, what not these people are doing, they can also put their money in mutual fund like normal middle class.
Right.
But they do something else which are not done by 95% of the people in this country. So what are those, matlab, agar that things excite you, you should go into this. Otherwise you can chill and go into offshore. Who is stopping you?
Right, absolutely. So you've explained it so well, the entire process and which kind of people should be getting in. I'll just see if there are any audience doubts, and or bhi koi doubts hai, you can just raise your hand and ask them. Okay. So this is not an audience question, this is my question. Generally, supposing you've talked about if you want to exit and all that, supposing if I am staying in this field, supposing if I get into FDD and I want to continue in this field, what is the kind of growth trajectory? What is the starting position which I will get? Then what is the promotion cycle? And ultimately, the highest person is probably partner, right? In this field also.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
How much time will I take generally to become partner?
See, now the thing is, if you are a Big Four article, then you can get a immediate position of associate. But if you are not a Big Four article, but your interview went well and you went through, and they are ready to accept you as a financial due diligence, they are ready to give you the offer letter, then at times they can take you in analyst level. They will tell you ki you learn about the things in 1 year, then you will get automatically promoted to associate. So now the trajectory, growth trajectory is normal. Matlab growth trajectory aisa kuch, yeah, pay will be different, but the promotion cycle is same to statutory audit. हर 2-2 साल में promotions होंगे, and partner बनने में it will take you around somewhat समझो 12-13 years. On a minimum
so
side.
similar is the case
same
with stat audit.
Same.
There also we had discussed the same thing only, that it can take 12 years also, it can take 15 years also, and anything like this key, any ratio that supposing 10 people are joining as at your level, उसमें से कितने जाके ultimately they'll become a partner? Or yeah, roughly, because in start audit, very few people are able to ultimately become partner. How is the ratio in this particular field?
See, in this also ratio is bad, because financial due diligence का मतलब, see, the assignments of stat audit is far more than the assignment of FDD. ठीक है, तो इस at partner level मतलब what I have understood in 1.5 years, till director it is a good growth, but after director it is certain stagnation. और देखो, now the frankly telling, the recent trend says आपको पार्टनर बनना है, आप कंपनी चेंज कर लो, पार्टनर बन जाओगे. आप मैनेजर हो, आपको डायरेक्टर बनना है, आप ईवाई से पीडब्ल्यूसी चले जाओ, डायरेक्टर बन जाओगे, बात खत्म हो गया. वैसे ही है.
So that is, I think, in fact, one of the people जो आपने at the core you have given a great advice that
कंपनी
switching
देखो
is
भाई,
sometimes
कंपनी चेंज करते रहो, पे बढ़ता रहेगा. मतलब हालांकि यू कैन कट दिस रिकॉर्डिंग.
I can right. ये public नहीं होना चाहिए, right? So I mean,
वही कंपनी चेंज करते रहो, होते जाएगा यार काम.
okay. So Aman, you have a doubt?
Yeah. Hello, Sailesh.
Yeah.
So sir,
Yeah,
जैसे big fours होती हैं, तो just like bouquet firms are also there in the market that hire CA freshers for FDD. So
Yeah,
how
yeah,
will be
definitely.
the experience over there? Just for like, in my case, I don't have any prior stat audit experience, or I'm not from a big four. I've not done my articleship from big four. So it will be much difficult for me to join big four as a fresher. So if I'm not getting, although I've applied anywhere, I've sent my resume.
See, I got your question. Your question. I'm telling you the answer. See, after Big Four, there are organization like BDO and GT, which also offers financial due diligence services, and those are also known in the community. कि मतलब हाँ, ऐसा नहीं कि, see, there are organization like Transaction Square. There are organization like RBSA Advisors. There are there are Hillpine Consulting. Matlab, there are other organization also which provide financial due diligence services. Now, what the thing is, see, there are pros and cons of staying in this boutique firm. What are the pros? Pros are that these boutique firm operate in a smaller size. तो यहाँ पर ना आपका इंटरेक्शन ज्यादा होगा विद द टॉप लेवल इंटरनल मैनेजमेंट. मतलब यू विल बी एक्सपोज्ड टू greater exposure. यहाँ in big four what happens is you will make a certain PPT slide. Now your senior associate will discuss with the director partner के साथ discuss करके final कर देगा. तो आपको बहुत समय ना पता ही नहीं चलता है कि यार मेरा आउटपुट का अल्टीमेटली क्या आउटपुट निकला. बट यू कैन ज्वाइन दिस बुटीक फर्म. प्रोज तो यही है कि आपको सीखने मिलेगा, और कॉन्स ये है कि ये लोग पैसे, मतलब दीज पीपल पे अ लिटिल लेस एट लोअर लेवल, और यू कैन आफ्टर वर्किंग इन दिस बुटीक फर्म यू कैन स्विच टू बिग फोर इन एनी टाइम ना. तो वो हो सकता है, मतलब यार.
Okay, मतलब after, for example, working 1.5 year, we can easily switch to big four, ना?
अरे यार 1.5 year भी क्यों, 6 महीना में तो बोलता हूँ. मतलब see, I am telling you aggressively, but मतलब don't take otherwise. मतलब कुछ भी, मतलब you can do any 6 months also you can switch. जितना काम सीखना है आप सीख लो 6 महीना, और फिर then you can switch.
प्रतीक इज आस्किंग कि अभी रिसेशन हो रहा है, एफडीडी में ले ऑफ हो रहे हैं, ये सब हो रहा है, तो देन एफडीडी फील्ड विल बी अफेक्टेड बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दिस.
नहीं, कहाँ से पता चला रिसेशन? अभी तो ऐसा लग नहीं रहा है रिसेशन आर टेकिंग. मतलब अभी पिकअप कर रहा है यार मार्केट. मतलब रिसेशन था 2 महीना पहले तक आप बोलते तो आपका बातें रेलिवेंट था. अभी तो यार रिसेशन नहीं है. पर क्या है ना, रिसेशन नहीं चल रहा है, बट उतना स्मूथली हायरिंग भी नहीं हो रहा है, क्योंकि मतलब लॉट ऑफ फिल्ट्रेशन आर डन युगांतर इन दिस. मतलब 100 रेज्यूमे मिले तो 10 को वो, मतलब दे विल इंटरव्यू अराउंड 30 पीपल, देन दे विल टेक 10 पीपल, ऐसे करके. तो इट साउंड्स लाइक रिसेशन, पर रिसेशन नहीं है अभी यार.
रिसेशन एक्चुअली ना हर अटेम्प्ट में चलते कि अभी रिसेशन चल रहा है, अभी रिसेशन चल रहा है,
वो
ये लोग
एक्चुअली
डरा के रखते हैं।
इट इज अ रीजन टू हाइड योर डीमेरिट्स एंड ऑल। क्या रिसेशन है यार, कहाँ सब जगह जॉब लग रही है। लिंक्डइन खोल के देखो कहाँ कहाँ सब पोस्ट कर रहे हैं जॉब वगैरह।
So recession उसी के लिए है who is not putting in
हाँ
that effort and work,
हाँ,
जो
उसके लिए तो
घूम
हम
नहीं रहा है,
हमेशा हमेशा रिसेशन रहेगा उसके लिए।
and who is putting in the effort, उसके लिए कभी recession नहीं रहेगा. So that is the right. So in case of recession, यार ये सब ना, these are things with beyond your control. You are saying in case of recession what will happen. Whatever
अरे यार,
happens, it is same for you and same for others, right? So whether it is a boom, whether it is a recession, so जो सब करेंगे, you can do that only, and ऐसा कुछ I don't think it will as such have a implication.
और मतलब see, it is nothing to do with you put your efforts. I think you need not care about those things यार.
Aman, you have any other doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, just let me check the chat.
See, I have given a link of a video which talks about financial due diligence in 10 minutes. So you people can watch this if you want.
So और भी किसी के डाउट्स हैं? which is the easiest profile? Generally I would say start audit, right? ये तो है ना, but anything regarding FDD or anything you'd like to ask him, या कुछ भी आपको लग रहा है कि अच्छा ये वाले this area, not just FDD, supposing you want to ask any other doubts regarding general CU preparation also, you can ask him. So okay, we have around 2-3 more minutes. Yes, Anshul.
सर मेरा एक्चुअली ये डाउट था, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल डिलॉइट से मुझे कॉल आया था एंड देन मैंने उसमें इन्फॉर्मेशन दी अबाउट सीटीसी एंड एक्सपेक्टेड सैलरी एंड ऑल. देन उनका आधे घंटे बाद मेरे पास मेल आता है कि आपकी एप्लीकेशन रिजेक्ट हो जाती है. तो यदि फॉर एग्जांपल डिलॉइट नहीं कोई और कंपनी भी कैंपस में आती है तो मैं उसको अप्रोच कर सकती हूँ, या कोई जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल किसी कंपनी में मैंने टेस्ट दे दिया, उनका जो टेस्ट होता है, यदि मैं सिलेक्ट नहीं होती हूँ टेस्ट में और यदि वो कंपनी कैंपस में आती है तो मैं उसमें अप्लाई कर सकती हूँ या नहीं करना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए?
ऑफ कैम मतलब आपका क्वेश्चन ना आई कुडंट अंडरस्टैंड
थोड़ा सा हाँ
नहीं समझ में आया यार.
जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल आनंद राठी का मैंने ऑफ कैंपस अप्लाई किया था एंड मैंने उनका टेस्ट भी दिया, बट मतलब रिजेक्टेड का मेल आ गया कि यू आर नॉट क्वालिफाइड फॉर दैट. एंड आनंद राठी ऑल्सो कैंपस में भी आ रही है इस बार. तो क्या मैं आनंद राठी को मतलब एज इन जो मेरे को 4 कंपनीज चूज करनी होती है उसमें मैं चूज कर सकती हूँ या नहीं कर सकती हूँ, मतलब क्या प्रोसीजर है?
See the thing is, as far as I am knowing, कि ऑफ कैंपस एंड ऑन कैंपस का जो प्रोसीजर रहता है प्लेसमेंट का, दैट इज टोटली डिफरेंट. मतलब उनके पास ना मतलब इतना समय वो आधार और पैन लिंक करने बैठे हैं नहीं है. मतलब ऐसे मतलब व्हाट द थिंग इज, आपने अगर वहां रिजेक्ट हो गया आपका ऑफ कैंपस में, तो यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स अप्लाई इन ऑन कैंपस ऑल्सो. मतलब दे विल नॉट फिल्टर योर नेम एंड सी कि भाई अंशुल को हमने रिजेक्ट किया कि उसको हमने वो किया. तो
बट सर बिग फोर्स में ऐसा लिखा रहता है जब हम लोग अप्लाई करते हैं कि वंस यू आर अप्लाइड मतलब आप लोग ब्लॉक हो जाएंगे 180 डेज के लिए या 6 महीने के लिए या 1 मंथ के लिए या कुछ.
See, these things are written on paper. These things are not followed because in my case only I'm telling you. मतलब when I was about to leave video and join KPMG, I had given interviews for all the other big 3, Deloitte, EY and PwC, but negotiation चल रहा था and KPMG paid me the most. Then I joined this one, what to call, KPMG. So what the thing is कि अभी they can see as a general matter of guidelines, they write it कि you are blocked for 6 months, but it depends totally on the demand and how strong is your resume. If you have a strong resume ना, मतलब they will not mind कि मतलब यार नहीं लेंगे 6 महीना है, वो लोग they will not take that those things into consideration.
क्योंकि सर मैंने इसलिए अभी तक बिफोर में अप्लाई नहीं करा है क्योंकि आई थिंक वो सबसे लास्ट ऑप्शन रहेगा. यदि कैंपस में भी कुछ नहीं होता है तो हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कि बिग फोर्स तो ले ही लेगी, मतलब कोई नहीं लेगा तो बिग फोर्स ले लेगी. तो मतलब इसलिए अभी तक मैंने बिग फोर्स में अभी तक अप्लाई नहीं करा.
स्टैट और स्टैट एंड इंटरनल आपको हमेशा ले लेगा. पर बाद बाकी डोमेन में मुश्किल होगा लेना, मतलब सी इफ यू, मतलब मुश्किल है यार मतलब इफ यू आर एस्पायरिंग टू गो टू मैनेजमेंट कंसल्टिंग ऑफ EY लेट्स से, तो मतलब इट इज डिफिकल्ट, इट इज नॉट लाइक कि वो लोग ले ही लेंगे, वो लोग इट इज लाइक कि वो लोग नहीं लेंगे।
ओके, राइट। इसलिए मैंने अभी तक अप्लाई नहीं किया था ऑफ कैंपस, स्पेसिफिकली बिग फोर्स तो नहीं किया था, बाकी सब जगह मैं कर रही थी। सिर्फ इस वजह से कि कूलिंग पीरियड लग जाएगा या ब्लॉक हो जाएंगे, इस वजह से मैंने अभी तक बिग फोर्स में अप्लाई नहीं करा है।
इट इज गुड टू बी कंजर्वेटिव, आई एम नॉट टेलिंग दैट। तो आप कैंपस अप्लाई कर लो, देन बिग फोर का तो गेट हमेशा खुला है, वो तो ले लेगा स्टैट ऑडिट में आपको। वो लोग देते ही कितना है आजकल, नॉन आई थिंक दे आर हार्डली पेइंग 9 और 10। युगांतर कितना दे रहा है पता नहीं।
9।
हाँ तो फिर 9 तो कभी से 9 दे रहा है वो लोग, 2 साल से ही सुन रहे 9 दे रहा है।
अभी एक्चुअली ऑन पेपर इट हैज बिकम 11 बिकॉज वो 9 इज फिक्स्ड एंड देन आई डोंट नो, वो लोग आजकल जस्ट टू यू नो मेक इट कंपेरेबल विद अदर्स दे से 9 फिक्स्ड प्लस 2 वेरिएबल, ऐसा करके दे मेंशन इट।
तो सर सबसे हाई पे कहाँ होता है, मतलब कौन सी फील्ड एंड कौन सी कंपनी, या फिर उसके लिए कैसे स्पेसिफिक प्रिपरेशंस कर सकते हैं?
See, the high paying profile in finance is IB, which I told you, VC and PE, and management consulting also. ये 4 डोमेन छोड़ के और कोई आपको ज्यादा पे नहीं करेगा।
And then industry, so some company.
Industry is definitely यार, industry is definitely, but talking about other than industry, तो other than these 4, इसीलिए you see now all the rankers are going to this domain. आपको कोई एक रैंक नहीं मिलेगा, आप इतिहास उठा के देख लो कि रैंक वाला स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिट करने आ गया, तो ये सब नहीं मिलेगा। रैंक वाले लोग जाते हैं इंडस्ट्री में। आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट इंडस्ट्री एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, बट रैंक वाले लोग विल ऑलवेज गो टू IB, PE, VC, management consulting, things like that.
And even FDD, because I've seen a lot of rank holders who are going to this profile also.
FDD, because see rankers are also not getting IB in the first place, तो क्या करेगा फिर और?
Okay, thank you sir.
Tushar, any doubt?
Sir, my question is like what is the future of being in a job? Like if we are working in a particular department या फिर we went to an industry अब 5 year 10 years, so उसके बाद क्या कुछ हम अपना काम start कर सकते हैं?
बताओ युगांतर, ये तो
ये यार this is a very difficult question जिस पे अगर पूरा discussion करने जाएंगे तो 1 घंटा लग जाएगा। तो आई थिंक राइट नाउ एट योर स्टेज है ना, तो मैं अभी 10 साल बाद 5 साल बाद की बात ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ। आई वुड से राइट नाउ बी फोकस्ड, अभी आपको बेस्ट पॉसिबल जॉब लेना है एंड देन वहां पे जाके मेहनत करके यू हैव टू लर्न एंड देन डिसाइड थोड़ा 1-2 साल बाद व्हेन यू हैव मोर क्लैरिटी, व्हेन यू हैव मोर नॉलेज कि वेदर आई विल बी एबल टू डू दिस, वेदर आई विल बी एबल टू डू दैट। तो राइट नाउ डोंट ट्राई टू गेट, है ना, इधर उधर माइंड नहीं जाना चाहिए। दैट इज व्हाट माय 1 लाइन में अगर आंसर देना तो ये है, अगर 1 घंटे में आंसर देना तो बहुत कुछ है बोलने को, बट है ना, तो दैट वी वोंट बी एबल टू डू हियर, है ना। यस, यू विल गेट द रिकॉर्डिंग, है ना, रिकॉर्डिंग आई विल बी सेंडिंग। सो आई थिंक एज सच कोई स्पेसिफिक डाउट नहीं है। सो थैंक्स अ लॉट शैलेश, एंड दिस फील्ड में द काइंड ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस यू हैव शेयर्ड एंड द काइंड ऑफ इनसाइट्स एंड लॉट ऑफ यू नो जो किसी बाहर वाले को एज सच इजीली समझ में नहीं आएगा। फॉर एग्जांपल द 5 फील्ड्स व्हिच यू शेयर्ड, तो ऑल दीज वर रियली यूजफुल and I'm sure all these people will really they'll do well in their placements and all that. And do you have some kind of personalized guidance also, aisa kuch hai that you are open for that, top mate pay or somewhere?
See, generally I have not made my account in Topmate and all. People generally reach out to me over LinkedIn only, and see after getting into this profile I had got a lot of requests. That is why I have made 2 videos on that actually. So if anyone is interested, you people can see what is vendor due diligence, what is actually those things will help you. So those you can watch. If any specific is there, Yugantar, you can tell me यार, अपना कोई दिक्कत नहीं है वैसा।
नहीं, definitely. So I think all of them, LinkedIn would be a good place if you want to reach out to him personally. So you can try that. And so CV लेके मत पहुंच जाना कि रेफर कर दो, not that kind of guidance, but है ना, कुछ और वैसे रहेगा तो you can just try. Okay, so thanks a lot Sailesh, and great session, amazing for this entire
sir, before winding up the session, if we can ask from Sailesh sir any advice he would like to give the young chartered accountants for a
Okay,
very
sure,
great
sure.
professional life.
See, advice regarding job placement, you are saying, matlab,
नहीं, regarding professional life, a successful professional life ahead.
okay. See, advice, what I can share with you is that you should learn, matlab, this is applicable to all chartered accountants only, not specifically to you. आपको अभी डिग्री मिल गया, राइट? You are recognized as a chartered accountant, but you should now immediately inculcate the habit to how to present yourself, which many CAs are lacking. What I have understood in my journey, no matter how good are you are in your technical skills or not, no matter how good you are at your technical skills, if you are a rank or whatever it is, if you can showcase your skills, matlab showcase in the sense personality wise, communication skills wise, the art of effective speaking and all those things, if you can master all those skills after qualifying, now you have qualified, naturally you will get time. So instead of wasting time, you can read good books, the art of dealing with people, art of effective communication. Matlab you should understand ki matlab the way you portray yourself will create a mark, unlike कि मतलब आपका सीए में कितना मार्क्स आया, अभी फिर भी आपको 1-2 साल लोग पूछेंगे कितना अटेम्प्ट आ गया, फिर कोई पूछेगा नहीं आपको. देन योर अचीवमेंट्स, एक्कोलैड्स, मतलब आपका कितना नाम है, कहाँ है, दोज थिंग्स विल बी रिमेम्बर्ड बाय पीपल और बाय जनरेशन. तो ठीक है, सीए डिग्री वाज इम्पोर्टेंट, बट देयर आर other skills where very less number of people work, and those whoever have achieved greatest success in their life, आप देखना, those people are not only technically smart, but they know how to manage things, they know how to deal with people. Because शायद आपको लगता होगा कि टाटा मोटर्स का सीएफओ को क्या गाड़ी बनाना आता होगा, जाके नहीं बनाना आता होगा, फिर भी वो सीएफओ है. तो व्हाट डज दिस इनकलकेट? दिस जस्ट इनकलकेट की मतलब यार आपका स्ट्रेटेजिक थिंकिंग, द वे यू प्रेजेंट पीपल, प्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ, आप कैसे अलग सोच सकते हो, मतलब कैसे हट के बाकियों से काम कर सकते हो, वही आपको यार ऊंचाइयों तक ले जा सकता है. विनर्स डोंट डू डिफरेंट थिंग्स, दे डू थिंग्स इन डिफरेंट मैनर. तो ऐसे करके धीरे धीरे करो यार, आराम से हो जाएगा. एंड मेक, मतलब सराउंड योरसेल्फ विद गुड पीपल. दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी गुड आर्ट विथ वेरी लेस नंबर ऑफ पीपल कैन मास्टर. If you surround yourself with passionate people, ambitious people, definitely they will land you somewhere or the other. तो वैसे करके यार करना चाहिए आपको मेरे हिसाब से, या फिर मतलब ऐसे तो मजाक मजाक में तो जिंदगी निकल ही जाएगा, निकल ही रहा है बहुतों का. तो बस वही बात है यार.
That was really, मतलब last में also you gave a very interesting examples and explanations, so बहुत ही useful session था. And so we'll I think close it, है ना? बाकी कुछ भी doubts रहेंगे we'll just right, हाँ, so recording मिल जाएगा. And tomorrow we'll have the session on transfer pricing, तो उसका भी you'll be getting the details. Okay, so thank you Sailesh, thanks a lot everyone.
Okay, bye.
Bye.